Esther Purvis Smith stars in The Personal Zone, the final episode of Bailey's Way.
I'm at the Calgary Stampede with Detective Donaldson. I had built up my courage, and I'd asked him out on a kind of date, and I guess I was a little surprised when he actually said yes.
I love the chuck wagon races.
Me too.
I put my money on the Dorchester race.
I picked the Sutherland gang. When we were having our fling, Gwen was still married. We never really went out. We just sort of met up once in a while. You know how it works. And anyway, lately, since it's been divorced, well, everything's gotten so tentative.
Sutherland! Dorchester! Sutherland! Dorchester!
And so tonight is definitely different. We're actually having a good time together. I mean, it's the way I'd always imagined it could be with us.
Hey, mister. Win a prize for the pretty lady?
Give me that gun.
Little contest, Ace?
I was tops in my class.
They don't call me DD for nothing.
DD.
Deadly Donaldson.
Don't deviate.
Ready, set, go!
I haven't been on a Ferris wheel since I was a kid. I put my head on Ray's shoulder, and he doesn't even flinch. Oh, yeah, by the way, I won the shooting contest.
I let you win.
Did not. My head is spinning. My feet are barely touching the ground. Where did we park?
I can't remember.
Hey, let's take this one.
Porsche.
I'm dying to throw my arms around him.
Hey, detective. Who said that?
I turn. I see a man in a cowboy hat and a poncho and a bandana over his face standing about 30 feet away. He's aiming a handgun at Donaldson, who is turned in the other direction. I freeze, and the whole universe freezes around me. Hang in there, Ray. You're gonna be all right. I'm Constable Tanis Bailey, and the closest friend I've ever had has just been shot. Hold on, buddy.
Bailey, I heard. How is it?
I don't know, sir. He just got out of surgery. He was hit twice in the back at fairly close range. There was a revolver, some kind of sport model, maybe a Browning. And the way he was holding it, I'd say he'd had some practice, or maybe he just watched a lot of TV.
Easy there, kid. Go easy.
Yes, sir. I'm okay, sir.
Let's go get a coffee.
But I
Come on.
Yes, sir. I feel terrible, Staff Sergeant. I should have done something.
What do you mean, Bailey?
Donaldson's back was turned. I saw the gunman. I could have shouted or screamed or even thrown myself at his aim. But the truth is, sir, I froze up. I just plain froze up.
The split-second reaction is a real misnomer, Bailey. You know that.
I failed him, sir.
You and Donaldson seem quite close.
Yes, sir. He was my hand-to-hand combat instructor in school. We sort of hit it off, I guess.
Nothing wrong with that.
I want to go back up now, sir.
I'll walk you to the elevator.
2 minutes. Don't make him talk. No cop stuff.
Yes, ma'am. Hi, Ray. It's Tanis. Can you hear me?
Hi, Ace.
I tried to get hold of your sister, but the message on their answering machine said they wouldn't be back until after Stampede.
Took Mom to Hawaii. She's not doing too good. But don't tell him.
Hey, you're not supposed to be talking.
I don't feel anything. Now I'm all over.
Please, don't talk.
If I don't make it, Ace...
Of course you will.
I want you to know.
How special.
Shh. I won't leave you tonight.
This is Detective Pronger, Constable Bailey.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
The detective's going to head up the investigation, and it's your sole task to answer his questions about last night.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's get busy. We're going back on site. You can walk me through it.
I'm ready.
Good luck, you two.
Who would want to kill him, Detective?
4 zones of suspicion. 1, an old grudge, payback time. We're checking his case files against the prison system, see who's gotten out recently that he put in. 2, current case. Maybe there's someone he was close to apprehending who wanted to deter him. 3, personal. And 4, the luck of the draw. Some nut with a gun.
Not number 4.
What makes you think so?
The gunman called Hey Detective.
You're certain?
Yes. Detective, your zones of suspicion. Number 3. What does personal mean? How do you break it down?
Family feuds, love affairs, gambling problems, the list goes on. Detectives in uniforms don't usually mingle. Had he confided in you anything? Something troubling him?
I don't think so.
How long you been in the service?
15 months. I joined up later than most.
What were you doing before that?
The list goes on.
Aspirations?
I'd like to advance. I'd like to be a detective.
Work at it.
I am. 1 step forward, 2 steps backward. I walked Detective Pronger through the shooting in the parking lot. He's extremely proficient. We talked about his father a little. He's retired now. When it comes to his personal life, Pronger's inscrutable. I could hardly wait to get back to the hospital. I walked into intensive care and Ray's bed was empty. I nearly fainted. I thought he'd died. I walk into his new room with flowers, and there's an attractive woman in a tight-fitting tracksuit sitting beside him on the bed. A physiologist?
Hi, Ace.
Ray, you're out of intensive already. That's wonderful.
I can feel my toes.
I'm so happy.
This is Andrea Pronger.
Oh. Any relation to...
I'm the detective's wife.
Tanis Bailey. I've told you about her.
Good friends are golden. I have to get back to work now, Ray. See you tomorrow?
I don't think I'm going anywhere.
Nice to meet you, Tanis.
Yeah, likewise.
Bye-bye.
You look really good, Ray.
Come and sit down.
Flowers for you. I'll just stick them with these other ones. Mingle.
Nurse told me you were here all night.
I slept in the corridor like a faithful dog. You said if you died, I could have your new Jeep.
I don't have a new Jeep.
It's the one I'm going to buy with all the money you said you were leaving me.
Oh, don't do that.
Sorry.
Who was it, Ace?
I don't have a clue yet. Detective Pronger is coming by later. He's having a look at your files right now.
It's got to be a payback.
Number 1 of Pronger's zones.
Pronger's zones. Did he tell you I was his partner for a while?
Yeah. What did you think of him then?
High achiever, big brains, no fun.
And his father was your partner, huh?
Yeah, 10 months.
What was he like as a cop?
Tons different, totally, in every way you can think of.
What does Andrea do?
She works at a health club.
Which one?
I forget what it's called.
881-22?
22.
Report to your supervisor, Constable.
Copy. Out.
Thanks for dropping by, Ace. Maybe next time I'll be able to move my legs.
We'll be dancing soon, Fred. I leave the hospital and I run into Detective Pronger coming across the parking lot.
How's he doing, Constable?
He's out of intensive care already. It's amazing.
That's one tough son of a bitch.
Yes, he is.
I have a lead. Convict named Duncan, alias the Duke. Was released from Drumheller a week ago. A pimp who killed a hooker. Did 8 out of 12. He's out on parole, but now he's disappeared. It was Ray and my father who nailed him.
Have you told your father?
He's the first one I told.
I ran into your wife. She was just out visiting Ray.
Yeah, I know. I just ran into her, too.
A small parking lot.
She jogged here from work. You know the body spa? That's about 5K from here. Now she's jogging back again.
Wow.
Donaldson joined her club a month ago. Maybe that's why he's doing so well. I know she puts me to shame.
I hope you won't hesitate getting in touch with me again, Detective.
Thank you, Constable. I won't hesitate.
Yeah, come in.
You wanted to see me, sir?
Shut the door. I'm taking you off regular duty for a while, Constable. It's because of your closeness with Detective Donaldson.
So I can see him more often?
No, Bailey.
I didn't think so.
It's been a very traumatic experience for you. I don't want you to have any responsibilities with the public right now.
You mean I'm not trustworthy?
Don't put words in my mouth.
Sorry, sir.
Bailey, it's pretty clear to me that your relationship with Donaldson is...
We had an affair, sir.
Yeah, I figured so.
It's over now, sir. We're just friends.
I'd like you to stay away from him for a few days.
Is that an order, sir?
For the good of the investigation.
Sir,
Get out of here.
I know damn well that the staff sergeant can't forbid me to see Ray, but he views me as a liability. He thinks I'll get in the way, and I guess I can't blame him. So I'm home now, and I'm pouring a bath. I'm either going to drown myself or slit my wrist, and it isn't because I've been taken off duty. So, like, Donaldson belongs to a health spa that he doesn't know the bloody name of? Give me a break. I wasn't born yesterday. I have to know.
Body Spa?
Hi. How late are you open tonight?
9 o'clock.
How late is Andrea working?
I'm always here. Who's this?
I know why you called, and I'll save you the question. The answer is yes. Ray and I are having an affair.
How long?
A couple of months. When he and my husband were partners, we used to see each other quite often. The four of us, I mean. He was still married then. Then the partnership ended, he got divorced, and one day we ran into each other on the street. I hadn't seen him for ages.
And you just...
Well, we were always attracted to each other.
I see.
Ray told me he had had an affair when he was married. I guess that's you, huh?
You gonna leave your husband for him?
Ray has problems with commitment.
Would you if you would?
I might.
Do you think your husband's suspicious?
Suspicious? My husband's one of the best detectives in Calgary. I'd be surprised if he didn't know. He has too much pride, though, to ever admit to a cheating wife.
Is your husband ever violent?
Is this an investigation?
It's a question.
It's none of your business. Get out of my office.
I've never felt so empty. Toughen up, Ken. Nobody promised you a rose garden. I always hated that song. Hello?
Hi, Dennis.
Donaldson?
I need to talk to you.
It's way after visiting hours, Ray.
Don't even stop at the desk. Just sneak right down to my room. It'll be fine.
Okay. Oh, boy.
I'm up to the eyebrows in painkillers, and I still can't sleep. I don't know what it is, Ace. I'm afraid to lose consciousness. I think maybe I'm dreaming a dead man's dream, and all of this is just... You know what I mean?
Don't tell me you're getting existential.
What does that mean?
Nah, you're alive, don't worry.
Did Pronger tell you about Duncan?
Yeah, the Duke. Why do pimps always have aristocratic nicknames? Go figure.
He's a bad one, Ace. I mean, they're all bad, but Duncan's a monster. He used to beat his girls up routinely. I was with the Vice Squad then, and old Pronger and I had been on his case for a long time, and finally when one of his girls died... Only one other person knows this, Ace.
Freak me out.
We picked the Duke up, and we got a confession from him. We kicked the crap out of him, Ace. Old Pronger did most of the work, but I was there too, and I saw something in Pronger which I only saw glimpses of before. If I hadn't pulled him off, he would have killed him.
I might have, too.
No, you wouldn't have.
I've imagined it.
A big difference.
There's a point to this story?
Yeah. I couldn't believe I'd sunk so low. It was killing me inside. So I told my super about it, and the next thing I know, old Pronger had taken early retirement.
And you?
I got transferred to homicide.
That's a promotion.
I know. And then one night I ran into him in a bar. He looked me square in the eye and he told me, "Watch your back."
That's a long time ago, Ray.
Old Pronger liked me a lot. He once said he wished his own son was more like me. And he has a warrior's heart where betrayal is the lowest.
I think your own feelings of guilt are clouding your mind.
Dennis, ballistics came in. The slugs in my back were fired from a service revolver.
You need some rest, Ray.
I need a gun.
What's going on in here? Who the hell are you?
I'm a cop. Here's my badge.
Get out.
Why is everybody always telling me to get out of places? It drives me crazy. And Donaldson, talk about paranoia. Where is it? He's surrounded by Prongers, and at least two of them might have motive. Stay out of this, Tanis. Staff Sergeant's right. You're too emotionally involved.
Hello, Constable.
Oh, I'm surprised to see you too, Detective. I came to see your father.
He's sleeping. It's late for him. I'm staying here until we find Duncan. Would you like to come in? I think you should.
Okay.
Bailey, my father told me it was Ray who would have killed Duncan if my father hadn't intervened. And my father told me he retired because of his heart.
This is a very difficult conversation.
Let me help you.
Okay?
You think my father waited 8 years to exact his revenge on Ray, and you think he was waiting for Duncan to get out of prison so he could somehow pin the shooting on him, and you came here tonight to check on Ray's story about the beating because maybe you doubt Ray yourself. Have I covered everything?
He's been shot, goddammit. I just need some answers.
Let me help you.
Okay?
My father, after he retired, pulled some strings in the department to get me partnered with Ray. Now, why on earth would he entrust his only son to a man he wanted to kill someday?
I don't know.
Let me help you.
Sure.
Constable, you've recently found out that my wife and the one you love are having an affair, and you are simply lashing out with your anger.
Yes!
And guess what? That makes you as much a suspect as it does me. And please, don't shout again. My father's a very light sleeper. God knows if he knew that Duncan was...
If Duncan was what? Out of prison? You said you told your father. You said he was the first one you told.
I have somebody watching the house around the clock.
Why didn't you tell him?
Because my father thought Duncan should have gotten life. And because he has a long memory and a violent streak.
I want to tell him about Ray.
Be my guest.
We go into old Pronger's bedroom. He's not there. His window is open. A holster which hangs from the bedpost is gunless, and there's an empty bottle of whiskey on the bedside table.
I don't need you anymore, Constable.
You need me more than you think.
Get out of this house and don't come back.
This is crazy. A man who spent 35 years as a cop wouldn't separate his gun from its holster. Just strap it on as second nature. It's a race, and the prize is somebody's life, and I can't stay out of it. I worked undercover as a prostitute for a while, and I know the neighborhood. High-heeled shoes, fishnet stockings, leather skirt, fluorescent top, purple eyeshadow to go with the purple night, and a big orange wig. Deja vu. And I'm thinking of Judy, a 16-year-old prostitute who died when I was here before, who I didn't know how to help, and it's plagued me ever since. Hi, Linda.
Janice, hey, where have you been all year?
Vancouver.
Back for Stampede Week, huh?
Yeah, but I'm kind of looking for someone, too. Maybe you've met him. Like, he's this guy who's been in prison who just got out, who used to own a chunk of the Stroll. We used to call him the Duke, and I heard he's back in town.
Remember where Sally used to live?
That house beside the Stampede grounds?
Yeah, I think he's been staying there. Or he was, I don't know. How come you want to see him?
It's personal. Hard to explain.
You be careful, Tanis. I don't know how weird he was before he went to jail, but he's sure weird now.
Thanks, Linda. Okay. Be ready for anything. Be awake. Hello? Anybody in there? Open wide, Mr. Locke. Say, ah. The house is dark and quiet. I've been here once before to a party. This hallway leads past the living room and past the bedroom and into the kitchen, which faces the back. I feel cool air now. The back door off the kitchen is open. I enter the kitchen. There's a man in a cowboy hat lying face down on the floor with his hands cuffed behind his back. He's breathing, but I don't think he's conscious. My gun is in my purse, and as I reach for it, a car drives down the alley, and its headlights spill through the open door and illuminate the room for a few seconds. And in those few seconds, I see a heavy-set man in another cowboy hat sitting at the kitchen table with a gun pointed straight at me. The car goes by, and the room darkens again.
Working girl?
Yes, sir?
What's your name?
It's Tanis. Are you going to shoot me?
Why would I do that? That sort of defeats the purpose, doesn't it?
I don't know. What's the purpose?
To take out the garbage.
Who are you, sir?
Old warrior, long in the trenches. Will you come and sit on my lap, Tanis?
I will if you put that gun down, sir.
I like being called sir.
I cross the room to him, stepping around the man on the floor who lifts his head. His face is covered with blood.
Keep coming, Tanis. I won't hurt you.
I sit on his lap. He smells like whiskey.
You feel nice.
He puts one hand on my back and one on my leg.
Real nice.
I put my arms around his neck. He holds me close. 2 choices. I can go into my purse or I can go for the gun on the table. He nuzzles my cheek. His whiskers are sharp.
What are you waiting for, Pronger? Losing your nerve?
Pronger's heart bangs once against my chest very hard, but beyond that he doesn't react to the voice at all.
Where do you come from, Tanis?
I've lived all over the place, sir.
Where are your parents?
My father's in the Air Force, and my mother lives in the States somewhere.
Broken home, huh?
Yes, sir.
This man on the floor, do you know him?
I don't think so, sir.
They call him the Duke. Do you know what I call him?
What, sir?
I call him garbage. Did you ever know a girl named Sherry?
Sherry?
He beat her to death. I knew Sherry. I liked her. Shut up! Fireworks. That's what I've been waiting for. Tanis, that pile of garbage down there needs to be taken out now.
I'll do it.
You will?
Yes, sir.
Good girl. It's fitting. Full circle. Take the gun. It's going to be heavier than you think.
I pick up the gun. It's a service revolver. And just then, Pronger does something I don't expect. He takes my wrist in both of his hands and turns the gun on Duncan. His hands are big. He's a very strong man. I'll have to use my free arm. I'll strike him in the stomach with my elbow.
Sherry loved being beat up. It was just like foreplay to her.
I freeze. The whole universe freezes around me, and I'm thinking of Judy again.
Pull the trigger, Tanis.
I'm trying to, sir.
She doesn't have an inner, Pronger, and neither do you.
Now I see a shadow on the wall in the hallway. The shadow has a gun. I keep my finger on the trigger.
Pull it, Tanis.
Freeze! Police! Put it down!
Hi, boy.
Don't do it.
Pronger puts his finger over mine and pulls the trigger. I'm gazing at Donaldson's face as he sleeps. His lips are parted just a little. His face is thinner than normal. He looks so young. Dreaming anything?
Hi, Tanis. Yeah, I was dreaming I was on a Ferris wheel.
Who with?
I don't know. Just alone, I think.
We got Duncan. There was gunfire. He was taken down. It's serious.
You okay?
Yeah.
Was it Duncan who shot me?
Don't know yet. Hey, I should let you sleep. You seem kind of drowsy.
I gotta get off these painkillers.
I love you, Ray.
Oh, yeah? Well, that's nice to hear. I love you too, Ace.
Like a dog? Like a jeep?
That Ferris wheel. It was so big that when we got to the top of it, my head was right in the stars. A comet skipped by like a stone. The moon was there. Then I felt someone's head on my shoulder.
I thought you said you were alone.
It was only for a second.
How'd it feel?
It felt pretty good.
Go back to sleep.
Okay.
After Duncan was shot, Detective Pronger and I shared a look. I don't know what was in my eyes, but in his he was saying, let's keep this a secret between the 3 of us, okay? When old Pronger held his wrists out to be cuffed, his arms were still around me, and when I pulled off my wig, the detective's jaw dropped. Here's what had happened. Duncan went looking for old Pronger first, but when he got to the house, old Pronger was out for a walk. Duncan broke into the house and stole his revolver. Old Pronger didn't discover it was gone, and he didn't know anything about Duncan getting out of prison or Ray getting shot until he overheard us talking outside his bedroom, whereupon the old fool went after Duncan himself unarmed. And now he's in custody. Sad story.
Sit down, Constable.
Thank you, sir.
Thought you'd like to know that Duncan confessed to shooting Detective Donaldson. He confessed to a priest in the presence of Detective Pronger just before he died.
Oh.
Can I give you some advice?
Yes, sir?
There's a competition coming up for an undercover position with Vice, and I think you should go for it. It'll get you out of uniform. Long term.
Are you trying to get rid of me, sir?
I'm trying to place you, Constable, where your particular talents might be honed toward your success in the service.
I'm resigning from the service, sir. Here's my resignation. Thanks for all of your patience with me, sir. This hasn't been an easy decision, but I think I belong elsewhere.
And where is that?
I think I'm going to open up my own private detective agency.
You do you?
Why is that funny, sir?
This might surprise you, Bailey, but when I was your age, I was a maverick, too. The uniform fit too tight. I thought about going private.
You, sir?
Take your resignation back. Think on it for a while. This has been a tough year for you. A tough few days.
Sir, I really think...
Do it.
Yes, sir.
Get out of here.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. When I was a kid, I used to walk along the Bow River whenever I had a big decision to make. The stars are bright tonight and the moon is full. Okay. So what the hell? So make a decision. I bet you $100 I can skip this stone across the river. Down here.
You've been listening to Gordon Pengilly's The Personal Zone, the final episode in our series Bailey's Way, starring Esther Purvis-Smith as Tanis Bailey. Grant Lindeberg was Detective Ray Donaldson. David Lorraine played Sergeant Mann. Joe Norman Shaw was heard as Detective Pronger. Heather Lee McCallum played Andrea Pronger. With them were Wendell Smith as Old Mr. Pronger, Jack Aykroyd as Duncan, and Barbara Gates Wilson as Linda. The music was composed by Dave Hamilton and was performed by Dave Hamilton, Phil Hall, Keith Clowen, and Ray McAndrew. The recording engineer was Bob Doble, who also created the sound effects. The program was produced and directed in our Calgary studios by Marty Fishman. The first offering is called Dead Man's Flats, starring Esther Purvis-Smith.
I'm at the Calgary Stampede with Detective Donaldson.
Hey, mister, win a prize for the pretty lady?
Give me that gun.
Little contest, Ace?
I was tops in my class.
Ready, set, go!
My head is spinning. My feet are barely touching the ground.
Where did we park?
I can't remember.
I'm dying to throw my arms around him.
Hey, detective! Who said that?
I turn. I freeze. And the whole universe freezes around me. Hang in there, Ray. My name is Tanis Bailey. I'm a rookie cop with the Calgary Police Service. 2 days ago, my best friend in the whole world, my former lover, Ray Donaldson, was shot in the back in my presence. I've only been in the service for 15 months. I'm still on probation. This is the first time I've seen a cop go down. Well, sometimes this job makes me want to wreak havoc, to take revenge, to burst this uniform. I've already been suspended once for insubordination. That doesn't really surprise me. But I never dreamed in a million years I'd choke under pressure. That deeply distresses me. I'm sitting in the corridor outside of Ray's room. He calls me Ace. If I was even half the cop he was.
Haley!
Sergeant Mann.
I phoned you at home, Constable. I thought I'd find you up here.
Any leads on who shot him?
Not yet. It's some kind of payback. It always is. They're still going through his case files.
I feel terrible, sir.
It wasn't your fault.
His back was turned. I saw the gun.
It happened in a split second, Constable. You were off
I
duty.
could have screamed. I could have stepped in front of him. I froze.
The reason I called you, Bailey, well, I've been thinking about this for a couple of days. And I don't want you to blow it all out of proportion, but...
Yes, sir?
I'm placing you on disability leave, starting right now.
For how long, sir?
Indefinitely. You need some time away.
But, sir, I want to help
No buts. I want you to take the load off for a while, Constable. You're obviously stressed out.
You think I'm unfit?
Go fishing, Dennis. Just go fishing.
Yes, sir, I'll try to, sir.
I mean now. Get out of here.
Yes, sir.
And Bailey, if you do need to talk about anything at some point, you always know where to find me.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for what, sir? I'll work on it. When I was a kid, my dad used to take me along with him fishing sometimes. He liked the Upper Bow River most, where the mountains roll into the foothills, and that's where I am right now, camping in a spot called Dead Man's Flats. Up next to the highway, there's a service station and a store and a restaurant. Between the highway and the campground, and stretching along the river a ways, is some private land. The whole area is a tangle of brush and swamp, old fences, and a bit of cliff bank making access to the best part of the river difficult. I'll work on that tomorrow. Oh, yeah, and fly fishing rules. Rained last night. My tent stayed dry, but this little side road I'm on is awful. Come on, baby. Wouldn't that be great? Come on. Time to hoof it. My dad and I have been down this road. I remember we asked for permission to cross a man's property to get to the river. My man's name was Hopper, a strange little fellow. That was nearly 20 years ago. I wonder... There's a shack up ahead. That's it, all right. Hi there, fella.
Can I help you?
Hi, I'm sorry for bothering you this early, sir, but I was wondering if I could walk across your property to get down to the river back there. I'm fishing, as you can see.
Be quiet, Smokey. Go chew on something.
If it's a problem, never mind.
Where'd you come from?
I left my car at the top of the hill. It's a bit too muddy coming down. I thought I might get stuck.
A good decision.
Poor tires.
I used to fish that stretch a lot down there. Haven't for a long time. No, can't see good enough anymore.
Is your name Hopper?
That's what they call me.
Well, I'm sure you don't remember me, sir, but you might remember my father, Sam Bailey. Oh, this was years ago, but...
Pilot?
Yeah. He opens the door a little bit more. It's a small shack, dimly lit. A small fire burns in a wood stove. A deer head on the wall, a shotgun below it.
Are you in the Air Force, too?
No.
You can fish for a living?
Yeah, I wish. No, I work for the Calgary Police Service. I considered the Air Force, though, and the Army, and the fire department.
And you're a cop?
Yeah. There's a bedroom off to one side. I catch a quick glimpse of a black cowboy boot on the floor at the foot of the bed, and I hear a groan before the door to the bedroom closes quietly.
Stay on the path and watch out for barbed wire. There used to be a fence back there.
Thank you, sir. That was abrupt. I was just going to ask him what flies he might suggest. I walk across the property towards the woods, and I see a car sitting behind the shack in tall grass. Strange place for a car. It isn't a wreck. Hopper's dog sits in the grass beside the car, chewing on something. He comes to me and drops it at my feet. It's another black cowboy boot. You're a house thief, Smokey. I look closer. The boot is splattered with something purplish and sticky-looking. The dog licks at it, and it goes red on his tongue. It's blood. Now, out of the corner of my eye, I see a young woman in a window of the shack looking out at me. She has straight blonde hair to her shoulders and a thin, pale face. It's the only window on that side of the building, the side where the bedroom is. The woman draws the curtains. I worked the stretch below Hopper's place for 3 solid hours. There's a really thick blue-winged olive hatch coming off the river, and I've hooked about 10, both rainbows and browns. That dog has been howling steady for the last 20 minutes or so, and I start thinking about that blood-splattered boot again and the groan I heard from the bedroom. thinking about that woman, too, and now I recall something. At that time, long ago when we first met Hopper, I remember seeing a photograph of a girl about my age stuck to his refrigerator door. I asked him who it was, and he said it was his granddaughter, Annie. She had blonde hair and a really pale face, and I remember thinking how she looked kind of spooky to me. That came from Hopper's place. Hello? No answer. I walk around to the back. The car is still there, and the curtains on the bedroom window are still drawn. Now I see the dog in the grass nearby. Oh, he's dead. Shot once in the head, a small, clean hole. Jeez. It rained again hard. Bailey's first natural law of the universe. Things go wrong. Damn it. And now I see something which I didn't notice before. Something stuck under my windshield wiper. It's a little plastic bag, and inside are some flies. 4 of them, nicely hand-tied and all recognizable. A pale morning dun, a grasshopper imitation, and 2 leech patterns, black ones. A gift from the old man? That's sweet of him. Must have read my mind. I walk all the way up to the service center in the rain. It takes me a bloody hour. I see you have a tow truck parked over there.
You need of a tow truck?
Yeah. I'm stuck in the mud down that road a ways. Who's around here that can operate it?
What do I look like, a girl?
I'll stand right here.
I'll go get the keys.
You would have been my boyfriend back then. What's your name?
It's Joe.
So let me ask you something, Joe. Those people living down at the end of the road, you know, just before it goes down that hill where I'm stuck?
Old Hopper, you mean?
Yeah. And his granddaughter named Annie. Am I right about that?
Hopper lives alone. I don't know anything about a granddaughter.
What kind of car does Hopper drive?
He doesn't. Can't see good enough anymore. Walks everywhere with his dog. They're inseparable. Kind of crazy, though, too.
The man or the dog?
Maybe both, I don't know, but definitely Hopper. I think he's gone out of his mind.
There's my car.
You're stuck, babe.
Yeah. He hooks me up and drags me back to the campground. The clouds are gone now and the sun is back up. It's mid-afternoon and it feels like a jungle. Mist rises from the forest and huge dragonflies zip around. I roast a hot dog for lunch and afterwards take another look at those 4 flies the old man gave me. It's kind of a strange thing to do. And why these 4 in particular? Forget it, Tanis. You're supposed to be taking the load off. So it's bugging me. I can't help it.
Inglewood Station, Sergeant Mann.
Oops.
Hello?
I didn't expect you to answer the phone, sir. It's Constable Bailey.
Who would you rather had answered, Constable?
You'll do, I guess. I mean, now that I have you on the line, sir, I'd like to report an abandoned car.
An abandoned car?
Yes, sir. And I'm wondering if you wouldn't mind looking it up, you know, and telling me about it. 86 Mercury, Harry Victor 9173. If you're not busy, I mean, sir. Be cool, don't act nervous.
That car was reported stolen from a Calgary residence the day before yesterday. Where did you say you found it, Constable?
Please deposit $1.60 for the next minute or kindly complete your call.
I don't have any more change.
Where are you calling from, Bailey?
I'm fishing, sir, and I didn't bring a cell phone.
Are you in some kind of trouble?
Not yet, sir. I mean, no, sir.
Where is the car?
That was graceful. Jeez, Tanis, why can't you ever just... And speak of the devil, it's the Mercury, all muddy, driven by the blonde. She pulls up to the store and goes inside. Okay. Lipstick, pack of Kleenex, registration. McBride Annie. Huh. Why the hell would she steal her own car? I look in the back. And there's blood all over the place.
That's 3 sandwiches, 2 Cokes, and a pack of Export A. Hello again.
Hi.
That'll be $18.55. Anything else?
Yeah.
Would you have a shovel I could borrow for a little while? A spade?
What for?
To dig a little hole. I won't steal it.
There's one in the tow truck out there. Are you staying in the campground?
Yes.
Help yourself.
Thanks.
She turns and walks past me like a ghost. Her eyes are red and very tired looking. She could have been crying. And there's a bruise on her cheekbone. She recognizes me from this morning. She doesn't let on.
How's it going, babe?
Does Hopper have a phone down there?
Like I said before, Hopper's a hermit. Doesn't have a phone, doesn't get the paper, doesn't get mail. Wouldn't matter anyway.
What do you mean?
He can't read or write, babe.
I'll wait until dusk, then I'll hoof it back to Hopper's place. He's trying to tell me something. I'm almost sure he is now. I've been thinking about my father quite a bit on this trip, and I know that one of the big reasons I joined the police service was to please him, the colonel. And considering I spent the first 25 years of my life being a royal pain in the butt. What do you know?
RCMP.
10 to 1 this isn't a fluke.
Tanis Bailey?
That's me.
Constable Gibbons, RCMP, Canmore Detachment.
Hi, Constable.
I'm relaying a couple of directives to you, Constable, from your sergeant in Calgary.
Oh, yeah?
First one came into the office requesting someone to locate and check up on you.
Check up on me?
Your sergeant traced your urgent call to the nearby payphone. Something about a stolen car?
Who said it was urgent?
And then on the way over here, I received the second one directly from your boss. It seems the owner of the stolen car, Annie McBride, has a boyfriend in Drumheller Penitentiary, John Arthur Duncan, who escaped 2 days ago.
What's the directive?
Simple. Back off from the stolen car. This is my jurisdiction.
Yours?
The Mounties?
Uh-huh.
Where's the car, Constable?
Just a minute. Is my sergeant telling me to back off, or are you?
We agreed on the topic.
Who reported the car stolen?
Miss McBride?
When? I mean, in relation to Duncan's escape.
I don't know that, Bailey. Where's the car?
10 minutes drive. But you can't just mosey on down to it, Constable. There's a situation there. It's Annie's grandfather's place. Annie is there, and so is someone else, a man who I believe is seriously injured.
You've seen this man?
No. I heard him groan, and I saw his cowboy boots. They had blood on them. One of them. The dog had it before he got shot.
Before the man got shot?
No, it's before the dog got shot. Someone shot Hopper's dog. Hopper's the grandfather, and I believe he has tried to alert me to some wrongdoing. He knows I'm a cop.
How has he tried to alert you?
Do you know anything about fly fishing?
Not a thing.
Gibbons, there's at least 2 guns on the premises, a shotgun and a handgun. I'm going with you, and don't hand me any malarkey about directives, because the directives don't meet the situation. You need me.
It's 8 o'clock. We're standing on the crest of the hill above Hopper's, and we can hear someone digging in the woods behind the shack.
For the dog, you think?
Annie bought 3 sandwiches at the store when she came to borrow the spade. 1 per person, let's assume. That narrows it down to the dog, yeah.
Why would someone shoot it?
Because it was howling.
Let's get closer.
We work our way down the hill through the scrub on the side of the road. From this angle, we can see the back of the shack, the bedroom window, the Mercury, and a ways off in the woods, Hopper with a shovel in a chest-deep hole. The dog's corpse is gone, but there's a fresh trail in the grass leading from where it had been and disappearing into the woods. A light goes on in the bedroom, and then it goes off again.
That puts our escaped convict in a shack with his conniving girlfriend.
Why do you say conniving?
She's with him, isn't she?
Why did she report her car stolen?
To confuse the picture?
She's got a big bruise on her cheekbone. It looks to me like she's been socked. To confuse the picture?
You mentioned something about fly fishing?
Hopper placed 4 hand-tied flies at my car so that I would find them. He was an expert. He'd even done some guiding, but the flies he gave me are all wrong for the season. Too late for pale morning duns and too early for grasshoppers. The 2 leeches were fine, but green ones work a whole lot better in the mountains than black ones do. He would know this.
If he wanted to tell you something, why didn't he just leave you a note?
Because he can't read or write.
Is there another door into the shack?
Yeah, to the kitchen. You can't see it from here.
That's really black smoke coming out of the chimney.
I think we should separate, Constable. I think you should stay here and keep the bird's eye view, and I think I should go down to the shack.
And do what?
Knock on the door.
And get shot by a desperate felon? I don't like it. I'm calling for backup.
Good, you do that. I'm going down there. Watch my butt.
Bailey!
Time's wasting. I can do this my way, right now.
Hello?
Hi. I was here this morning. My name's Tanis. I was wondering if I could see Hopper for a minute. He gave me some flies, and I just wanted to thank him for them. He and my father are old fishing buddies.
He isn't here.
Do you know when he'll be back?
Tomorrow.
Oh. Well, then maybe I could leave him a note. Could I come in and borrow some paper? My dad would kill me if I didn't at least leave a note.
Well...
The door opens wider, and I'm suddenly standing face to face with a muscular man about 30. He has a cut on his face, bruises on his throat, and he's wearing black cowboy boots. Clean ones.
Come on in.
Thanks.
I'm Dave, Annie's cousin. We're visiting Grandpa.
Nice to meet you.
Go get her a pencil and something to write on, Annie.
Sure.
The bedroom door is closed. The shotgun is gone from the wall. My own weapon is in my belt behind my back. It suddenly tingles.
So, you know old Hopper, eh?
Sort of. My dad knows him better. Actually, I haven't even seen him since I was a kid.
He's gone into Calgary to take his dog to the vet for an operation. You know, an overnighter.
I see.
Here's all I could find.
Great, that'll do. Just give me a minute.
Take your time.
Dear Hopper.
There are 2 big liars in your shack. The guy with the cowboy boots has made a big recovery from what had been ailing him previously, and that cut on his face sure did bleed a lot, didn't it? I have to assume he has a gun in his pants under his shirt. Annie looks like she's going to jump out of her skin any second.
Thanks again for the flies. Tanis. I'll just put it here.
No problem.
Okay, now or never. Let's make something happen.
So anyway, cousins, when did your grandpa learn to read and write?
A few years ago.
Who said you can't teach an old dog new tricks, eh?
Thanks for coming by.
Nice boots.
Thanks.
Look a bit tight, though. Have you borrowed them from somebody?
Show yourself, Dave. Come on.
What do you mean?
He's sweating now. His eyes are darting. This is not a cold killer.
We don't want you here anymore.
What's the matter, Annie? What have you done? Did something go wrong? Who's in the bedroom, Annie? Is there somebody in the bedroom?
Do something, Dave.
There's nobody in there. Go look.
If you love me, then do something. You promised to take care of me.
Be quiet.
How did you get that cut on your face?
Who are you?
Have things gotten out of control? None of this was meant to happen. I can understand that. You've been swept up by events. It's like a bad dream you can't wake up from, right?
Do something.
I said be quiet.
What you got burning in the wood stove?
Get away from there.
And with that, he pulls a gun from under his shirt. He nearly drops it. His hand is shaking. This is not a seasoned gunman. It's dark in the room. The flame from the wood stove flickers across their faces, and I'm judging who has more to lose between them.
Shoot her, Dave.
I hear the floor squeak in the kitchen, and I see a shadow in the moonlight on the wall.
This is all your fault, Annie. You two-timing...
Put the gun down, boy.
It's Hopper, with a shotgun, and a very strange look in his eyes.
Grandpa?
Hand the gun to me.
What are you going to do?
You only shoot dogs. You don't shoot people. Be a smart boy now.
Do what he says, Dave.
Well, how the hell did this happen to me?
Grandpa?
I'll take care of you, sweetheart. Don't worry. I'll protect you, little girl. It's time to go now.
Okay, Grandpa.
Don't do this, Hopper.
The gun, boy.
Okay, here, have it.
You coward.
Shut up!
Wrong thing to do. Hopper glares through the dark. His eyes sparkle like jewels.
You bad boys, you leeches, you sons of bitches who twist my Annie's thoughts, who abuse her, who make her dream bad dreams and do bad things. You don't deserve to live. None of you do.
Hopper!
And before I know I'm doing it, I've stepped in front of Dave. Hopper and I stare at each other. My face is drained. My knees are weak. This is either the bravest or the stupidest thing I've ever done. He sees me as a stranger. Something has happened to his mind.
Don't you remember me, Hopper? Freeze! Police!
Damn it!
Oh, my God.
Drop your gun, officer. I'll kill them both if you don't.
He'll do it. He's crazy.
Please, sir. I'm not going to ask you again. Lower the shotgun. You're obstructing justice. We know that man is a convict.
No, he's not, Givens. He's not Duncan.
I want my Johnny.
You don't know what you want.
Don't yell at her.
Everybody, calm down.
Grandpa?
What's going on here, Bailey?
Who the hell is this guy?
Do what he says, Givens. Put down your gun. Let me handle this my way. I know what I'm doing.
I will not give up my weapon.
Hopper, listen to me, sir. Please don't do this. Don't turn Annie into a fugitive.
I want to go with him.
No, Annie, please.
I won't go to jail.
Was it an accident, Annie? Were you just defending yourself? The bruise on your face, did he strike you? You didn't know he was coming. He surprised you. Isn't that what happened?
I don't know what you mean.
He caught you and Dave together, didn't he?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Did everything happen so fast your head was spinning? Was the room spinning? Was your heart beating wildly?
It was awful.
I know it was. It must have been terrifying.
He started hitting me again.
He had a gun.
Then Dave jumped on him and the gun flew away and he started choking Dave. His face was turning blue.
And you picked up the gun?
Yes.
And you shot him. You shot Johnny.
There was so much blood on the floor. I thought he was dead. But he wasn't. But he wouldn't let us take him to the hospital. He didn't want to go back to jail. He said he would rather be dead.
And the only one in the whole world you could go to for help was your grandfather.
I love my grandpa.
Do you have any family, miss?
Yes, sir. I have a father and a brother. My mother left us for another man a long time ago. It nearly killed me. I'm still living through it.
Families are fragile things.
Yes, sir. They are. He lowers his shotgun. I move slowly and take it from him. Dave collapses into the sofa, and Annie does the same in Hopper's arms.
I'm sorry, Grandpa. I'm sorry.
Oh, Annie.
Domestic disputes, eh?
Yeah.
But we seem to be missing something here, Bailey. Where's the convict?
You mean where's the payoff, don't you?
Don't play games with me, Constable.
What's the matter, not satisfied yet? Adrenaline's still pumping? Need to chase something?
Look who's talking.
Here comes your backup. It's about an hour later. I'm standing in the woods under a full moon behind Hopper's shack over a mound of fresh dirt with Constable Givens and several other Mounties. Sergeant Mann is here too. An officer digs in the soft earth to about knee level, then stops.
Done.
Keep digging. This all comes out later from Annie and is corroborated by Dave. John Duncan escapes from prison only to find out that his girlfriend is sleeping with a drug dealer he knows very well. That's Dave. He beats Annie up, takes her car, and leaves. She calls to warn Dave. He comes over, and they decide to report her car stolen. A few hours later, Duncan shows up again, this time with a gun. He starts to beat up Annie a second time, and you know the rest, don't you? Annie ends up shooting Duncan, who finally bleeds to death in Hopper's bedroom. Did they let him? I think it's possible. Anyway, they decide to bury the body. They burn everything with blood on it, and Dave shoots the poor dog because he won't stop howling. Death hangs in the air, and everyone has gone insane. And hey, it was just a domestic dispute.
I understand that Hopper is a friend of your father's. Is that right, Constable?
They weren't really friends, Sergeant, just acquaintances.
Had you met his granddaughter before?
No, sir. I just saw her picture once, years ago.
Bailey, how do you always manage...
I didn't freeze up this time, sir.
Before an officer can come off disability, it's standard procedure that he or she visits the police psychologist, who will make recommendations as to length of leave or further kinds of treatment. Were you aware of that, Constable?
I sort of thought I might slip around that one, sir.
That's one of your biggest problems. Make an appointment.
Yes, sir.
Pale morning dun is a very fragile little fly. They're almost invisible. Millions of them hatch on this river every summer. And every single one of them makes me want to cry.
You have just heard Dead Man's Flats, the first in our new series of Bailey's Way, created and written by Gordon Pengilly. Featured in the cast were Esther Purvis-Smith as Tanis and David Lorraine as Sergeant Mann. Les Carlson was Hopper. Barbara Gates Wilson was Annie. Shauna Burnett was Constable Givens. And Frank Zotter was Joe. The series advisor is Sergeant Andrew Comer of the Calgary Police Service. The music was composed by Dave Hamilton and performed by Neil Bentley, Tom Moon, Bob Foster, and the composer. Recording and sound effects were by Bob Doble. The program was produced and directed in Calgary by Martin Fishman. The executive producer of the Mystery Project is Bill Howell. Our coordinating producer is Barry Morgan. I'm Bob Boving, thanking you for listening and inviting your comments. You can write by mail or email us through the Mystery Project webpage. See you next week. This puzzling case is called He Kissed Me Goodbye, starring Esther Purvis Smith and Dennis Fitzgerald.
I'm 2 weeks into my month-long disability leave, and before I can resume active duty, I must spend some time with a police psychologist. She specializes in stressed-out, screwed-up cops. I heard she's really good. This is Constable Tanis Bailey of the Calgary Police Service, holding it all inside.
You don't seem very comfortable, Tanis.
I feel humiliated.
Could you elaborate on that?
Sure I could. Being on disability leave for anything less than having been shot in the line of duty humiliates the hell out of me. I want to be back at work.
I'd like you to find a support group.
What do you mean, of cops?
Yes, of cops. Cops who've gone through or who are going through similar patches. You might find it easier to express certain feelings. There's 2 or 3 numbers on the call board out there.
I don't know if that's the kind of
I'm
help.
trying to help you, Constable.
Thank you, Doctor. I argue about everything. The support group I joined meets at a pool hall once a month. I'm bloody nervous about this. Only 3 of us showed up tonight, and in some ways that's better and in some ways worse. It feels less formal than what I feared. On the other hand, it's going to be a lot harder to hide. They call it group pool. Sort of like Team Canada, I guess. The other 2 officers, veterans of the group, have been very open to me about their troubles.
3 balls, side pocket.
Constable Mike Leonardo has had a problem with drugs, especially cocaine, for dealing with paranoia and panic attacks.
I can't get relaxed tonight. I feel jumpy.
He's back at work on probation.
See? Unrelaxed.
You need more zen in your life.
Thanks, Posey. I'll get some tomorrow.
You kill me, Mike.
Constable Josh Posey has struggled with anger and forceful conduct in the line of duty.
8 ball, corner.
Which I'm finding quite hard to believe. He seems very calm and self-assured to me, almost serene.
Game.
He's on his disability leave, too.
I hate losing to you, Superman.
Then don't lose.
And me? I've barely said a word yet.
Rack 'em, Bailey. You're up.
It's been a while.
First rule of group pool, don't be afraid to embarrass yourself. Second rule, don't embarrass yourself.
It's too early to judge, but I don't think I'll be inviting Leonardo to my next backyard barbecue. Oh, yeah. I started playing pool when I was 6.
What do you think of our shrink, Tanis?
She's on a big power trip.
I like her.
Yeah, she probes pretty deep. I told her things I've never told anyone before.
She twirled you around her finger.
Well, she got me keeping a journal. It's been good for me.
Break 'em up, Superman.
Nah, you play, Mike. I'll sit this one out.
Okay. Let's see what you got, Slim. Lean over it.
10 ball, corner. High balls.
I think you're in trouble, Mike.
Story of my life. Ever been shot at, Bailey?
No. Combination corner.
Hit me with your best shot.
Bankside. Have you?
Oh, yeah.
Corner. What was it like? A side pocket off your 3.
I couldn't work. I had nightmares for months. Still want to be a cop?
More than ever. A good friend of mine, detective, he went down last month. Took 2 in the back and nearly killed him. He returned to work last week. 8 ball Bankside. Game.
We've just been hustled.
I'm going home. I can't get relaxed. See you guys next time?
Yeah, take care of yourself, Mike.
Nice losing to you, Slim.
Good night, Mike.
Ciao.
Why did I have to beat him so bad? Why did I have to say all that about Donaldson? I better get out of here.
Would you like to go have a beer somewhere, Tanis? It's still pretty early.
Gee, he's attractive, intelligent, sensitive. And he's wearing a wedding ring. I guess I need the attention.
Why'd you join the service, Tanis?
I want to help people. And you're not even smirking.
No, not even close.
Why did you join the service?
For adventure.
And now?
And now I just want to crush everything that offends me. I would have led the hanging party in Dodge City.
I don't see that person in you at all, Josh.
He invites himself in when I'm not looking.
Put a bolt on the door, change your address.
Maybe I should kill him. You want to help?
We lock eyes. I can't pull away. Part of me likes it and part of me doesn't. Now his eyes leave mine and look over my shoulder, and they literally change color. I look around. There's a man with a beard and a baseball cap standing in the doorway, scanning the place as if for a friendly table. He looks so much like my brother, I actually gasp. His gaze falls on us now, and he freezes. I do not look back at Posey. I don't have to. He hardens like a rock, and the air crackles. The bearded man splits, and Posey is after him like a shot. I follow them outside. The bearded man is trying to crawl into the back of a taxi cab, and Posey has grabbed him.
Josh!
He yanks him out of the cab and pushes him hard up against a power pole. They're nose to nose. Posey is saying something through his teeth. I catch the phrase, "We had a deal," and then he throws him back into the cab, which drives off.
What the hell was that all about?
Nothing. Old business.
And then he kisses me flat on the lips. We separate slowly. It's as if the violence didn't happen at all.
I have to go home now, Josh.
Part of you does and part of you doesn't.
I make myself step backwards. I'm relieved to be home, but I'm still upset. I hate being made vulnerable. I won't go back to group pool. Where's Ray when I need him?
You're in the phone book under Bailey Tanis, not Bailey T. I like that about you. Anyway, I'm sorry for what happened, that bit of business in the street. But I'm not sorry about anything else. Are you? I'm in the phone book, too. Good night.
Oh, boy. Hello? Yeah, who's this? Leonardo, geez, it's... What? Oh, my God. An off-duty policeman was found dead in his car tonight. He'd been shot one time through the temple. Detective Donaldson is handling the investigation, and so far it looks self-inflicted. His name was Josh Posey.
What time did you leave, Mace?
Midnight, just before. I got home at 12:20. The time of his message on my machine was 12:10. There was nothing in his voice, not a hint, not a tinge.
Well, why did he call you?
To apologize for the incident at the bar. And to ask me out, I think. He kissed me in the street.
Tell me more about the guy with the beard.
There is nothing more. Posey chased him, was rough with him. He yelled something at him. No, between his teeth, fiercely. He didn't yell.
Go home and get some rest. I'll catch up later.
I don't believe he did it, Ray.
Tanis, I found his journal sitting right on the dashboard in his car. Go ahead. Read the last entry.
I met a wonderful woman tonight. We share a lot of common feelings about life, but she can't free me. My heart is too full of fatigue and division, and I'm moments from freeing myself. I won't believe it.
Go get some sleep.
It's 2:00 in the afternoon, and I still haven't slept. I've been watching some home videos of my family before my mother ran off. I wasn't a miserable kid. High-strung, yeah, easy to hurt, but not miserable. That was me, Josh, the one laughing. And now I've paused on a close-up of my brother. He's about 19 here, clean-shaven, before he had a beard. Photograph. I need a photograph. I've been back to the tavern, stayed a few minutes, and now I'm leaving again. I cross the parking lot, and I see a black Laredo with tinted windows parked beside my car, which wasn't there when I came. I can see the red bead of a cigarette above the steering wheel inside. But now it disappears, and when I get to my car, the Laredo looks empty. The front plate of the truck reads, "Relax," in big bold letters with an exclamation point. When I leave, the truck follows.
This is almost funny, Josh. Except that it isn't. I've come downtown to use an identification computer. As long as I have my badge, I can gain access to one whenever I want.
Bailey.
Leonardo.
Funny seeing you here.
Why is that?
Well, you're on disability leave, eh?
Just keeping limbered. Hey, look, I'm glad I ran into you, Mike. Just give me a few minutes. Let's go for a coffee?
You bet.
The phone woke me up. I thought I was dreaming.
Who called you?
Detective named Donaldson. He'd called Posey's wife. She knew where he'd been. Jeez, poor Posey. I wanted you to know right away.
Why? I mean, thanks, but...
I could see that you two had a glow for each other. Why do you think I left early? God knows his marriage was no great shakes.
It wasn't?
In my opinion.
Do you think he did it, Mike? Do you think Josh took his own life?
Well, as much as I hate to say it...
Say it.
I think Josh was keeping up a real good front. He seemed to be doing okay, you saw, but I think he was having trouble with drugs.
What makes you say so?
I'm clean now, Bailey. I really am. But one user can always sense the vibes in another one. And you know the expression, drugs kill.
Look at his sons, Ace. They look like toy soldiers. It tears my heart out.
Yeah.
Mrs. Posey's a tough one, too, believe me.
Did the coroner's report come in yet?
Preliminary. Self-inflicted. Where have you been? I've been calling you.
I've been out.
Where are you going, Tanis? Don't you think you...
Mrs. Posey?
Yes?
I'm deeply sorry for your loss, ma'am. I'm Constable Bailey. I was with...
Yes, I know.
Listen, can we sit down and talk sometime? I'd really be grateful for that. Whenever you...
Would you like to come over to the house?
What do you mean, right now?
You wouldn't be infringing on anything.
I feel you watching me, Josh.
It doesn't have to be dark in here, does it? I don't like dark rooms. I even sleep with the lights on when Josh isn't here. I'm going to have a drink. How about you? A glass of red wine?
All right.
Josh didn't drink very much. I'm the drinker. It's my way of handling the pressures of being a cop's wife. It's not uncommon. Here you go.
Thank you.
How about yourself, Constable? How do you handle the pressures?
Not very well sometimes.
You were in my husband's support group.
I just started it, yes.
As far as anybody knows, you were the last person to see him alive. You went out together after the meeting.
Yes, ma'am.
Did he seem like a man who was planning to blow his own brains out to you?
No, ma'am. Mrs. Posey, when someone takes their own life, it never comes out of the blue. There's almost always an indication, however slight, a change of habits, strange behavior, a cry for help, a failed attempt.
I saw no warning signs of any kind.
Are you sure?
None whatsoever.
Did he have any enemies you know of? Was he mixed up in anything illegal? Was he having an affair?
Was he murdered, you mean?
It's possible for someone who knew what they were doing to fashion a suicide, yes.
There were no secrets between us.
How did you know that your husband and I went out together after group pool?
Mike Leonardo told me.
When?
At the funeral. He pointed you out to me. Yes, I know. I think he's a very strange man, too. The one time we met, he clearly came on to me. His admiration for my husband verges on a sickness. Verged.
Mrs. Posey, this isn't easy for me to ask, but Josh was having trouble controlling his anger.
No. He never once laid a finger on me, Constable. Not a finger.
Before I go, did Josh have a room of his own in the house? An office? A workshop?
His den. It's where he did all of his reading and writing. Downstairs, first door on your right. Go on.
Thank you. This is so weird. A small room, wall full of books, desk, computer. Desk drawer locked. I was an Air Force brat, Josh. Moved around a lot, no real friends. Lots of time on my hands to play with my pocket knife. Hope you don't mind. 2 keys on a ring, a day timer, and a handgun. One key has the number 24 on it, and the other the word front. Apartment keys? Last entries in Daytimer. On the date of his death, 3 separate reminders. Group pool, Cindy's birthday, and the name Judd Martin. Well, Judd Martin is a Calgary lawyer, I do know that. Pretty busy day, all things considered. This is not a police-issue weapon, Josh. Interesting.
He loved it down here. Spent hours. I admire a person who values his privacy.
Who's Cindy?
I don't think I know any Cindys. Why?
Excuse me. Hello? Hi, Ray, what's up? Okay, see you at your place. Thanks for your time, Mrs. Posey.
You're welcome, Constable.
Intriguing woman. Aggressive yet tender. Defensive yet willing. Yeah, it's a balancing act. And I think she's hiding something. Did you call Constable Leonardo about Josh Posey?
Yeah, why?
Leonardo followed me the other day.
Where to?
Back to the tavern where I last saw Posey and then downtown.
What were you doing back at the tavern?
To show a photograph around. To see if I could find out who the guy was who Posey roughed up in the street.
What photograph? You said you couldn't ID him.
It was a photograph of my brother with a beard drawn on him.
You drew a beard on your brother?
On the photograph, yeah, and a baseball cap. I was a good art student.
I don't get it.
Ray, the first thing I saw when I saw the guy in the tavern was my brother. I actually thought it was him. So I found an old photograph of him, fixed it up, showed it around, and finally a woman at the bar with a distinctive tattoo on her ankle squirmed. So I went downtown and entered the tattoo in the ident computer, and out popped Janice Harvey, part-time hooker, full-time user, once convicted of possession. I went through the list of known and suspected criminals associated with her and came up with Oliver Snow, alias Snowball, who looked a lot like my brother without a beard. So I downloaded the photograph of the guy.
And painted a beard on him?
Presto. The guy in the street who Posey roughed up.
What's he done?
Possession 2 years ago. Arrested by Mike Leonardo.
You have an odd way of working, Ace.
What do you know about Judd Martin?
Big shot lawyer. I hate him. He's got a reputation for getting drug dealers off. Why?
His name was in Posey's Daytimer on the date of his death.
What Daytimer?
The one in Posey's desk drawer. Don't ask. Do you still have Posey's journal?
Why?
I want to read it.
It's evidence.
The inquiry's over.
Not officially. There's still a couple of labs that haven't come in yet.
Let me read it. What harm could I do?
Hard to predict.
Go get it.
I got a feeling I'm going to regret this.
The journal saddens me, Josh. A touching self-portrait of a man who is trying very hard to better himself. A tough confessional with light at the end of the tunnel. No mention of Snowball, Cindy, or Judd Martin, or anything at all about drugs. There is, though, in 2 separate places, the mention of a man named Mr. Trapp. One entry reads, Mr. Trapp is asking for his due time. And later on, Mr. Trapp is waging his war with me. I don't bring it up with Donaldson. I make it mine and go home with my thoughts. Trap. There's only one of them spelled with 1 P, as in his journal. Charlie Trapp, 1141 5th Ave Northwest, apartment 24. Apartment 24? Hello?
Stop sticking your nose in places where it doesn't belong, policewoman, or you might get hurt.
I can hear your damn truck, you idiot! I go to my front window and peek through the curtains, and sure enough, about half a block down the street sits Leonardo's black Laredo with the engine running. I'll kill him. I'll beat the crap out of him. I catch my reflection in the window. My body is all hunched over, my hair is messed up, and my eyes are blazing like coals. Something has gotten into me. I'm walking down the sidewalk toward the Laredo, which now appears empty. I grab the door and fling it open. Why are you following me, Mike?
I came to visit you. I was just...
Shut up!
Don't grab me.
Get out of that damn truck or I'll drag you out.
Kenneth?
Donaldson, what the hell are you doing here?
Let go of me.
Let him go, Ace.
Why is everyone following me?
Get back in the truck, Leonardo.
I didn't do anything. What's the matter with that crazy...
Get in the truck.
What are you doing here, Ray?
Simmer down.
I am.
After you left, I started thinking about some of the stuff you were saying, Ace. I think you might be onto something. And you shouldn't be out here doing this all by yourself. That bothers me.
I'm only a block from my house.
You know what I mean.
Let's take Leonardo for coffee.
I don't have anything to do with Posey's death.
Who said you did?
What do you want from me, then?
We want you to tell us about Snowball. Oliver Snow. You know that name?
No.
You're lying, Mike. Come on, be helpful. You and Josh admired each other.
Okay. Before I got clean, when I was still using, Snowball was my dealer.
Did you introduce him to Posey for some reason?
No, I told him how I busted Snowball and then turned around and used him as my dealer. I mean, it's kind of amusing, right? And it's the only time his name came up between us. But think about it, eh? It sort of fits in with what I was saying before, right, Bailey?
Josh didn't seem like a user to me.
You said his wife was hiding something?
I don't think that's it.
Nobody knew I was using either. I kept it a secret for years. A lot of people do. It would surprise you. I know of a glittering Calgary lawyer who hides
This isn't getting us anywhere.
Judd Martin?
How did you know?
Interesting.
How did you know, Mike?
Snowball told me. He's Martin's dealer, too. What's it got to do with Josh? Wait a minute. I told Josh that story.
You told Josh that Snowball was Martin's dealer.
Yeah, I think I did. Yeah.
How many other stories have you forgotten?
Get off my case.
You get off mine, Leonardo. Let's go, Ray.
Yeah. Where to? Do you think Leonardo has a motive for killing Posey?
Sure. He wanted his wife, and his house, and his clothes, and his charm, and his good looks, and his brains. Leonardo wants to be Josh Posey. But no, he didn't kill him. He's too much of a chicken shit.
Then why is he spying on you?
Because he's afraid I'll find out that he started to use cocaine again. Want to bet? He's totally paranoid, Ray. He shouldn't be working. By the way, how's your back doing?
It's coming. So where are we going?
Hello there, Constable. And to what do I owe the pleasure?
Hi, Mrs. Posey. I retrieved a set of keys from Josh's desk drawer. Mrs. Posey stands by but says nothing. She doesn't seem at all alarmed or even very curious. She'd been drinking heavily. She follows me back up to the front door, where we search each other's eyes.
He did abuse me, Constable. Not physically. He could get into my head and twist my thoughts. It was frightening. And then he would cry and leave the house for days. It went on like this for years.
Shall I come back and see you sometime?
It's all over now.
I don't ask for clarification.
Serious Mr. Trapp. You know, it never occurred to me that he might have been a real person. I thought it was a nickname he had for his depression or something. Kind of a dump. I wonder what he does for a living.
Here it is, apartment 24.
Aren't you going to knock first?
He isn't in there.
How do you know? Look, Ace. On the floor over there. Video camera, different lenses and attachments, directional microphone.
Surveillance equipment.
Make any sense to you?
2 VCRs hooked up together. He's been making dubs of something.
Voila. Cassette tape.
Load it.
We're in a motel room with Snowball. He's pacing, he looks anxious. There's a knock at the door, and in comes a man in a 3-piece suit.
Judd Martin.
Out comes the money, out comes the drugs.
I'll be damned.
The lawyer leaves. Snowball looks directly into the camera from about 3 inches away, and he grins like a cat.
Judd Martin was being blackmailed by these guys. Let's go find Snowball. He's our link. This has really blossomed, Ace. Maybe Martin killed Posey. Wouldn't that be something, eh?
Yeah.
You okay, Tannis?
Are you there, Charlie? Did you get my other message? Where are you, Charlie? I miss you like crazy.
Who the hell is that?
Hit the machine.
Hello, Mr. Trapp. This is the manager. Your rent is past due. Could you please take care of that? Thank you.
Thank you, Charlie. I'm shocked. I don't know what to say. What a wonderful birthday present for Cindy. Should I ask any questions or just be happy? When will I see you? We love you.
Oh, my God.
What's going on, Ace? Who's Charlie Trapp?
Oh, my God, Josh.
Tannis?
She said she would meet me in the playground across from her house. She said her daughter would be wearing a bright red coat. The woman's name is Lynn O'Neill. Her 4-year-old daughter's name is Cindy. When I told her on the phone that Charlie Trapp was dead, she sobbed. Today I'm going to tell her how he died, and that won't be easy either. Blackmail money?
I won't bring it up unless she does. As far as I'm concerned, it's a done deal. Spend it wisely.
Josh Posey was a patient of mine. I can't breach his confidence unless I've been summoned as part of an official investigation.
Did you know that he was living 2 lives?
Let's talk about you.
That he had 2 families to support?
Where did we leave off?
I believe he created Mr. Trapp as an escape from the rigors of being a cop. Am I right, Doctor?
So you left home and went traveling, huh?
Did you know that he abused his wife?
What's your favorite country?
He would tear her to shreds, then he'd leave the house for a few days to pull himself together, and that's when Charlie Trapp would emerge. Am I right? He couldn't stand the duplicity anymore, though. He had to end it. He had to free himself from it. So he killed Charlie Trapp. He used his service revolver.
I think this job will always be a struggle for you, Tanis.
Do you think I might have been able to say something to him to rescue him?
But in my opinion, the service needs more people like you.
Was that his cry for help?
I'd like to recommend to your sergeant that you resume full duty next week.
He kissed me goodbye.
Good luck.
Snowball doesn't turn up. He's gone like the wind with his share of the money. He and Josh had a deal, and part of it was that he leave town. Good, fine, get a new life. In one fell swoop, Josh Posey affected the roots of about 6 people forever. Did I really fall in love with him, or did I just see a big part of myself in him? A very fragile, hidden part. I'm sitting here by the river, and I'm staring at the moon. Part of me is reeling like a drunk, and part of me is strangely at peace. I start back in uniform tomorrow. I'll attempt to share the peace.
You have just heard He Kissed Me Goodbye, this week's episode of Bailey's Way, created and written by Gordon Pengilly. Featured in the cast were Esther Purvis-Smith as Tanis, Grant Linneberg as Ray Donaldson, Dennis Fitzgerald as Leonardo, Andy Mayton as Posey, Natasha Jurgis as Mrs. Posey, Edward Belanger as the manager, and Caroline Cave as the woman. The series advisor is Sergeant Andrew Comer of the Calgary Police Service. The music was composed by Dave Hamilton and performed by Neil Bentley, Tom Moon, Bob Foster, and the composer. Recording and sound effects were by Bob Doble. The program was produced and directed in Calgary by Martin Fishman. The executive producer of the Mystery Project is Bill Howell. Our coordinating producer is Barry Morgan. I'm Bob Boving, thanking you for listening and inviting your comments. You can write by mail or email us through the Mystery Project webpage. See you next week. This case is called Logan's Lost Herd, starring Esther Purvis-Smith.
I'm back at work after being on disability leave for nearly a month. I've had some time to think, and I've come up with this. While the service encourages individualism, self-motivation, and a creative approach to problem-solving, I have to learn to color inside of the lines. I've also come to realize that I'm pretty damn fragile around some personal issues, which doubtlessly need some addressing. Meanwhile, it's a slow night out here. I guess I should be grateful. I was actually kind of nervous getting into the uniform this evening. Emergency vehicle. Oh, good, some action. I hope it doesn't involve guns. Or fist fights, strangulation, mayhem, blood, fire. I'm with you, 911.
38 Elizabeth.
That's a copy. See you there. Okay, where am I? Busy intersection up ahead. One-way street going the wrong way coming up on my left. We'll call it a shortcut. I'm Constable Tanis Bailey, and I'm back in the swing of things. The call is to the home of a family with a desperately sick child. I get there before the paramedics do.
Help us! Come quickly!
The child can't walk and isn't responding to voices. I check for vital signs, air passage, visible injury.
I don't know what's wrong with her.
The mother of the child is frantic, of course. Her husband's been out all night. There's liquor on his breath, and he seems a bit unsteady. It's 1 o'clock in the morning.
We're secure. Let's move it.
I'll go with the ambulance, Jim.
Come and ride with me, Mr. Logan.
I'm okay. I'll drive.
You've been drinking, sir.
Get out of my face.
Forgive me, sir, but I have to insist on this.
I reach into his car and take the keys out of the ignition. He glares at me. Your wife said that she and your daughter ate out this evening. I've seen serious food poisoning before, Mr. Logan. Stomach cramps, immobility.
So now you're a doctor.
What do you do for a living, sir?
I'm in between right now. I'm a certified meat cutter, if that's any of your business.
Where are you at this evening?
Neighborhood pub. I play in a darts league on Thursdays. They need me.
Oh, it's nice to be needed, all right. I'm sitting in the corridor at emergency writing up my report. The Logan child worsened en route. Her condition has been upgraded to critical. I have nothing else to offer the situation.
We've got a prowler at a takeout hamburger joint at 7th Avenue and 12th Street Bridge.
1042, copy that prowler on 7 and 12.
It's parked on a side street, and I'm making my way up the alley in the dark. The place is called Bibby's Real Burgers. It's only a few blocks from my house. I cast my light on the back entrance. The door is ajar, and the prowler lurks within. I draw my weapon, clutch the doorknob, and fling it open.
Police!
A young man in a high school jacket squints into my flashlight. He makes a dash for the front door past the service counter. I pursue him, vaulting the counter, and make contact with the intruder.
I'm not a thief!
Put your hands behind your back, sir.
I can explain what I'm doing here.
Be quiet until I say so, sir. Spread your legs, please. What's your name, sir?
Dale Radford.
What are you doing in here, Mr. Radford?
Work here. I forgot my jacket today. I'm the assistant manager. I have a key.
Why couldn't you wait until working hours?
Because I'm leaving Calgary tonight with my girlfriend.
And why the big hurry?
I got thrown out of the house. I don't have anywhere else to go. We have some friends in Penticton.
Oh, where's your girlfriend?
She's waiting in my car down the street.
Let's go talk to her.
The three of us sit in my car, Dale Radford in the front with me, and his girlfriend Emma in the back. I found luggage in their car, and the young lady confirms the jacket story. She's wearing a black jumpsuit and a black beret, kind of a combination between a beat poet and a cat burglar.
Why did you get thrown out of your house tonight, Dale?
I had a fight with my dad. My mom called 911 because she thought I was going to kill him. Big exaggeration. I'm 19, and I'm not going back there.
Do you live at home too, Emma?
Uh-huh.
Any brushes with the law?
Uh-uh.
Do you have a job?
I did, at Bibby's. I quit yesterday.
Why?
The boss and me, we just didn't get along. We argued a lot, about stuff at work.
You ran from me like a culprit, Dale.
You startled me. I panicked.
What's your boss's name?
Arlo Bibby.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to find you two a place to stay until morning, whereupon we're going to locate Mr. Bibby, and you're going to tell him what happened tonight.
I don't want to see him.
Please, let us go.
That's the best I can do, kids.
I'm surprised at myself. A month back, I'd have probably let them go. There's no damage done to the business. There's two young lovers who just want to be free. I've been saddle broke. I also don't believe them.
Where are you going to take us?
Home sweet home. Take your shoes off. I just had the hardwood refinished. So here's the deal. You stay here for the rest of the night, and in the morning we'll clear this all up to my satisfaction. But if you flee, I'll hunt you down and I'll make your life miserable. Got that?
Yes, ma'am.
You have something to prove to me, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Don't play loud music. Don't go outside. And if anyone phones but me, just let the machine handle it. See you in the morning. And stay out of my bedroom.
There. I feel more like myself now, but just barely.
1042?
1042, go ahead.
There's one of those utterly art statues in the main entrance of the zoo. You know, from that Millennium Project, those sculptures of cows all over the city this year. Anyway, an anonymous caller reported seeing one, that one at the zoo, walking across the street. And when I get there, the cow, indeed, is gone. Her name is Africow. She has stripes like a tiger. I've dropped by the station for coffee. Sergeant Mann is away at a conference, and the acting sergeant is Senior Constable Nestor.
Constable Bailey.
Yes, sir? He's looking to be promoted. Need I say more?
Have a chair, Constable.
Thank you, sir.
Constable, that little girl you helped get to the hospital earlier on this evening died about an hour ago. I'm told that your handling of the situation was of no negative factor, and it's been recorded, so I'm very sorry.
Cause of death, sir?
Some kind of virus. Keep it under your hat.
Yes, sir.
You look a little frazzled, Constable. Why don't you call it a night? I'll finish your shift myself. It'd be nice to get out of here, for a while anyway.
Thank you, sir, but I think I'd
All
rather...
is well, Constable. There's nothing to prove. Do you copy me?
Yes, sir.
One step at a time on the road to recovery.
Thank you, sir. He thinks it'll make him look tough by sending me home. No negative factor. Thanks a lot.
Hi, this is Dennis. Please leave a message after the beep, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you.
Dale, Emma, this is Constable Bailey. Pick up the phone. Pick up the phone. Pick up the bloody phone. I've probably been robbed. The couple has vanished. It's as if they hadn't been there at all. Good thing I had their car towed away. On foot, with luggage. Young love is so stupid. I decide to go back to the burger joint and have a better look around. Damn cat! I use my pocket knife. The place is clean and tidy. I look around the joint and finally spot a spray can lying on the floor in a corner. It's a can of liquid fire, cold engine starter fluid. Diethyl ether. The stuff is about 50 times as inflammable as gasoline and infinitely easier to handle. For use in commercial kitchens? I don't think so. Shut up. Garbage truck. Nearly morning. And I glance at the can that the cat tipped over, and I see that it's stuffed to the brim with crunched up newspaper. I pull one out. The Longview Morning Star. You're a long way from home. I dump the whole can out. It's all the Morning Star. The whole garbage can full. I check the other can, too.
Whew. Dick.
What the hell you doing, lady?
Good question, Bub. I love this time of day. The sun is a thin pink ribbon and the sky is just tinted with purple. I can look down the river and see the horizon. I once canoed from the heart of the city all the way out to the Indian Reserve at Gleason. It took me 3 days. Calgary's a great place to live. It's amazing how close we are to farmland, ranchland, veritable wilderness.
The police.
Can I see your license
Hi,
and
Sergeant Nestor.
What are you doing, Constable? I sent you home 2 hours ago.
Couldn't sleep. Just driving around.
You went through a stop sign back there.
I did?
More bad news. They've isolated the virus that killed that little girl last night. It's the E. coli virus. I planned to call you later about it.
Wow.
Are you moonlighting on us, Bailey?
Beg your pardon, sir?
Your back seat is full of newspaper. Are you delivering?
No, sir. You see, my trunk is full of camping equipment.
You're the weirdest cop I've ever met.
Nice bumping into you, too, sir.
So, what does a heap of newspaper, a can of ether, a burger joint, and a pair of teenage runaways have in common? Haven't the foggiest. I've dumped the whole can of newspaper out on my living room floor. Dive in, then. The heap amounts to about 50 separated copies of the same issue of that bi-weekly Morning Star, of last Friday, 4 days ago. I assemble one issue. The front page headline reads, Price of beef lowest in decade. Market saturated. I read the whole paper from front to back. Longview is a nice little town in the Alberta foothills. Get me out of here. But then I do find something of somewhat more interest. It's a sheet of blank paper with RR 282 hand-printed on it in ink. RR 282. I'm lying in bed now listening to Ian Tyson's Lost Herd CD, and I'm drifting on the music, and I'm thinking about the parents of the little girl who died tonight. And I'm thinking that I'm 27 years old, and I can't even imagine having kids. I told my psychologist all about my crazy mother leaving us when I was a teenager, and how it disturbed me so much. And you know what she said? She said that I'd probably never even consider having a family of my own until I dealt with my mother somehow. Oh, yeah? Well, I don't even know where the nutball is.
Who the hell? Hello, Constable.
Emma.
And that's when it got real awful between us. He said we should just leave. He told me he wouldn't come after us, that we weren't that important to you, and that we had to stick to our plans.
But you didn't agree with him, huh?
I should have stayed here after he left. I'm sorry. I just got confused. Where do you think he went to? I don't know.
Emma, why did you quit your job? I know there's something you haven't told me. Out with it, come on.
Mr. Bibby said he'd give me a big raise if I had sex with him. Dale's got a real bad temper. I almost didn't even tell him about it.
But you did. You told him, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, Emma, get your coat.
Where are we going?
We're going to go find your boss. And we're going to have a little chat with him. I don't phone first. We drive to his house and we walk right up to the door.
Mr. Bibby?
His car's in the driveway. I can hear music inside. Try the door. Locked. We go around to the back and that door is open. Wide open. And we find Arlo Bibby lying in the middle of his kitchen floor. He's been stabbed to death.
And we'll have to get a picture of Radford, Ace.
Got it. His girlfriend had one in her wallet. High school snapshot.
Perfect.
I have a feeling he's still in town somewhere, Ray. I don't think he'd leave without Emma, even if they did have a fight.
If your sergeant finds out you let an apprehended prowler stay in your house last night...
He hasn't done anything wrong.
You think he's capable of this?
I don't know.
I ran away from home when I was 16. I got arrested for vagrancy. Policeman took me into his home and fed me and gave me a bed. A person doesn't forget something like that. I've got a couple of hours before my next shift, and I've decided to go and pay my condolences to the Logan family. Gotta do it.
I'm really worried about Jim. He won't stop drinking. He won't talk to me.
Where is he now?
Down at the pub, I guess. I wish he'd get a job. We've been living off the money I got from my dad when he died, but it won't last forever. I don't even know how much is left. Jim takes care of our finances.
I see.
Would you go and talk to him, officer? He won't let me near him right now. I better get that. Will you hold the baby?
Sure.
Hello?
Don't call it a service for nothing, I guess. Hello there, Bright Eyes. Gucci goo. Oh, brother.
Oh, my God. Are you sure about that?
It's been confirmed. Everyone with the virus ate at the same place in the last 36 hours. Bibby's Real Burgers.
Mr. Logan?
Looks like death warmed over.
I guess you don't recognize me out of uniform. It's Constable Bailey?
What do you want?
Been to your house, sir. I've spoken with your wife, and I just thought I'd come
You
down.
thought you'd come here and give me a piece of your mind, right, Bailey? Walk in here and tell me I'm a lousy human being?
No, sir. I came to pay my respects to you.
You've paid him. Now leave me alone.
Your wife needs you, Mr. Logan.
Well, get your hand off me.
Mr. Logan.
You don't understand what I've been through.
Can I get you anything?
No, thanks.
He's pretty broke up.
Yeah.
I told him to go home. I even phoned his wife. What am I supposed to do? Cut him off? Chase him out?
Have you tried?
He'll just go somewhere else. At least he has a few friends here. His best one's usually here, the Burger Man.
The Burger Man.
Arlo Bibby, you know, down the street.
Logan and Bibby are friends?
Yeah, a long time. They went to meat cutting school together. Jim Logan flunked out. Now they're darts partners.
You don't say.
Be a team player, Tanis.
So Radford and his girlfriend might be involved in a bungled arson plot, which might be connected to the murder somehow?
Yeah, that's right.
The burger joint's been quarantined. The inspection team is there right now.
And you started to say something else about that can of ether you found in the joint?
Yeah, there's a purchase sticker on it. It was bought from the neighborhood Mohawk store. The guy at the counter said he sold a can to a kid in a high school jacket, same night I caught Dale Radford at Bibby's Burgers. I mean, how many cans of this stuff do you think gets sold in warm weather?
Is the girl still at your house, Ace?
What the hell is she doing there?
My big mouth.
She's really upset and she won't go home, sir. When I left, she was sleeping.
Go bring her in, Constable.
That's probably a good idea, Ace.
I beg to differ. I've gained her trust, and I'd like to keep it. You see, I still don't think she's telling me everything she knows, and I don't think she'll respond under pressure. She loves Dale Radford. We have to keep factoring that in.
It's your call, Detective. Let's put a watch on the house. If she abandons, we'll follow her. Maybe she'll lead us to Radford.
My thoughts exactly.
I can't remember the last time we actually agreed about anything, Ace.
It must be a fluke.
Anything else? Donaldson. Oh, yeah? Where at? I'll meet you back over there, thanks. We think we got the murder weapon. A bloody 10-inch carving knife was found in an alley close to the scene. It matches the set owned by Bibby.
How can I help you, Detective?
Put that watch on Bailey's house. Then tag along with me if you want. It's your district, Sergeant.
Bailey, you.
Me, sir? Watch my own house?
It's your situation.
Weird. So here I am, sitting in an unmarked car, watching my own house. Too weird. The lights went on in my living room a few minutes ago. Emma is up and about. I can't sit here anymore. It's a bloody waste of my time.
Need a cart in the vicinity of 9 Avenue in Port Calgary. A cow has been spotted on the railroad tracks. The cow has claws.
I've got to put some subtle pressure on her somehow. Emma, look at me, damn it. Look at me. If you don't tell me everything you know about Dale and you and Bibby, I'm going to arrest you for obstructing justice.
I tried to talk him out of it. Honest, I did. He was so mad about Bibby and the sex thing with me. He said he found out that Bibby didn't have any fire insurance and that a fire would put him right out of business. I'm sorry.
That was easy. So where the hell is he then?
I just got off the phone with him before you walked in.
He phoned here?
On my cell phone, yeah. His parents are gone on holidays. He made up that whole story about being kicked out. He was home watching TV. Please, don't arrest me.
How did Dale say he found out that Bibby wasn't insured against fire?
I don't know. Dale's so sneaky sometimes. Did he kill Mr. Bibby?
Do you think he did?
I don't know anything anymore.
Go rinse your face off. I radio Donaldson and tell him where Dale Radford is. Then I give Emma a ride home. She's young and mixed up, but I'm pretty sure she's not hiding anything else. Can't say the same for Dale, though. But why would he tell her Bibby wasn't insured against fire? I find that really hard to believe. It's an older wooden structure. It's a kitchen, for God's sakes. My shift is over. The sun will be up in an hour. It's about 100 kilometers to Longview. Boot it. I'm at the intersection of a road called Steeple Creek and Range Road 282. It's about 25K out of Longview. There's a cluster of green mailboxes here and a little red metal dispenser. If my guess is right, it's a circulation drop-off point. An elderly woman wearing cowboy boots and blue jeans gets out of the pickup, goes into the back, and drags out a twine-tied stack of newspaper. How's that for timing, eh?
Can I help you? You look lost.
No, ma'am. I'm pretty much where I want to be at the moment. A Longview Morning Star?
That's her.
So will people just take one when they come to pick up their mail, huh?
Self-serve.
Ever had a bunch go missing?
Funny you should ask that.
She cuts through the twine with her pocket knife and hands me a paper. The front page jumps out at me. Local rancher loses cattle to wolves.
Are you a Calgary reporter?
I'm doing some research, yeah. Could I get some directions from you? The rancher, the one who reported his cattle killed by wolves in the newspaper, is named Don Logan. Coincidence? I don't think so. Logan's ranch is way the hell and gone up in the hills. I'm hoping against hope that nobody will be home so I can have a look around the place. I pull into the yard and see two men standing beside a pickup truck. One of them turns. He looks a lot like Jim Logan, a little older. Now the other one turns. It is Jim Logan.
Uh-oh.
I'm a mere pair of sunglasses away from demise. The first man approaches the car.
Can I help you, miss?
I'm lost, I think. I'm looking for the road to Livingston Falls. I was told there's a lovely campground there.
Oh, yeah?
He sees my camera. Now Jim Logan comes up to the car. He looks in the window at me.
I'm a nature photographer, bird watcher, fly fisher.
Well, you gotten turned around a bit.
Ah, I knew it.
There's blood all over this man's clothes.
I'm back in Calgary. It's late afternoon, and the pieces are starting to fit.
Did you kill Arlo Bibby, Dale?
No, sir.
Did you try to burn down his business? Is that what you were doing when Constable Bailey caught you?
Yes, sir.
Why?
It was an act of passion, sir. He threatened my girlfriend in a really bad way.
An act of passion?
Yes, sir.
Dale.
I lost control of myself for a minute.
Is that the way you killed Bibby? By losing control of yourself for a minute?
I didn't kill him.
You've got to come clean with us, Dale. You've got to tell us why you lied to Emma, why you told her that Bibby didn't have any fire insurance. We know that isn't true. The man borrowed money to start up the business. He had to have had insurance.
Were you trying to be a tough guy, Dale?
Don't do this to yourself.
You think girls like tough guys?
I needed the money, okay?
Look at me, Dale. Did Arlo Bibby hire you to burn down the burger joint?
Yeah.
Can I talk to you for a minute, Ray? Arlo Bibby was having a tough time making ends meet.
It's the crux of the whole story. He was taking shortcuts everywhere, and finally just decides to burn it all up and collect the insurance. He's got to be smart, though. He's got to make it look like vandalism.
So he needs a vandal.
Right, and one with a motive. He harasses Emma to get Dale's attention. Then he draws him into the scheme. And no wonder Dale lied to Emma. He got manhandled.
And he flips the insurance story backwards because it sounds good.
Yeah, because it makes him look vengeful and fierce and sexy.
Because he's a kid.
Yeah.
So who murdered Bibby?
Let's go for a drive.
We're in Bibby's basement in his house.
Where's the light switch?
Got it.
A large deep freeze sits against the wall. I'm holding my breath. It has to be here. It only makes sense.
There.
What is all that?
Logan's lost herd.
Come again?
It's a freezer full of hamburger wrapped up in newspaper.
Longview Morning Star, Longview Morning Star.
Different layers, different issues.
Yeah, it goes all the way back for months. They've been at it slowly, gradually, a cow here, a cow there. How much ground meat can come from one steer? I called the Cattlemen's Association. 300 pounds.
A lot of hamburgers.
Want to see some pictures?
I can hardly wait.
After I left Logan's ranch this morning, I hid my car in a gully. I worked my way back onto his land through a dry creek, and eventually I came upon an aluminum Quonset attached to a corral a couple of kilometers from the ranch house, no real road in or out, and which, once inside, proved to be a slaughterhouse. Hides lay about, carcasses hang from hooks. A big grinder stands by, and so does a pile of newspaper.
I'll be damned.
Bastards were too cheap to buy good wrapping paper, so they scrounged it and stole it.
Does Logan have his herd insured?
Predation allowance. Government gives money to ranchers who lose livestock to grizzlies, wolves, coyotes.
And can prove it?
They must have scattered the hides around for carnivores to disfigure, to get rid of any knife marks. And look at this place, Ray.
Yeah.
Do you know what causes the E. coli virus?
Poor meat management, unclean methods.
Cow shit.
It's late in the day when we finally find Jim Logan. He's alone in a bar in Longview. When we show our badges, he doesn't even blink. The ghost of resignation slides over his face.
Arlo passed meat cutting school with honors.
You trusted him to do things right.
I used my wife's inheritance to buy the meat grinder. I had a 20% cut in the hamburger joint for setting the whole thing up with my brother.
And when your daughter passed away?
I lost my mind. I was drunk and depressed. I didn't go over to kill him. We had a big argument. He tried to throw me out. His knives were sitting there. Before you walked in here, I was thinking how I was going to kill myself.
You're under arrest, Jim Logan.
Let's do it.
Economic desperation. It's behind a lot of crime. I guess it always has been, but somehow I think your average citizen is more inclined to it than ever before. The death of the Logan child is harsh, poetic justice, but there you have it. Me, I've been sitting here beside the river watching the After-cow, chest deep in the rapids 10 feet from the bank. Somebody's idea of a prank. A cow with stripes, a strange aberration. Fits the mood I'm in. Fits the times.
You have just heard Logan's Lost Herd. This week's episode of Bailey's Way, created and written by Gordon Pengilly. Featured in the cast were Esther Purvis Smith as Tanis, Thomas Hoff as Sergeant Nestor, Grant Linneberg as Ray Donaldson, John Wright as Jim Logan, Heather Lee McCallum as Mrs. Logan, Kristen Gutsis as Dale, Tiffany Thomas as Emma, Joyce Doolittle as Morning Star Woman, Brian Smith as the bartender, and Tim Ketting as Don Logan. The series advisor is Sergeant Andrew Comer of the Calgary Police Service. The music was composed by Dave Hamilton and performed by Neil Bentley, Tom Moon, Bob Foster, and the composer. Recording and sound effects were by Bob Doble. The program was produced and directed in Calgary by Martin Fishman. The executive producer of the Mystery Project is Bill Howell. Our coordinating producer is Barry Morgan. I'm Bob Boving, thanking you for listening and inviting your comments. You can write by mail or email us through the Mystery Project webpage. See you next week. The case is called The Hood, starring Esther Purvis Smith.
I didn't join the police service for adventure, not strictly speaking, but I did anticipate a modicum of excitement, of danger even. If you watch a lot of American TV, they'll have you believe big city cops slap on their sidearms and go off to war every day. Well, maybe they do in New York or Chicago, but here in Calgary, a good deal of the time, you just punch in and go the routine. This is Constable Tanis Bailey behaving in such a manner as ordinarily befits the uniform.
Bailey,
Yes, Sergeant?
a word with you in my office.
Certainly, sir. Sir.
At ease, Bailey.
Yes, sir.
So how's it going out there?
Very good, sir. The city of Calgary is a safer place to live because of the service, sir. I'm bored, sir.
Well, how would you like to get out of uniform and work plain clothes on a light security team tomorrow?
I'd bleed blue blood for it, sir.
Okay, here's the situation. You know those 3 old unoccupied houses down along the river across from the zoo?
The Painted Ladies, sir?
You know them, good.
They're in my neighborhood.
Well, the new landowner wants to knock them down and develop the property.
And an activist group called the Friends of the Painted Ladies are all up in arms. They believe the old houses are an important part of our heritage and should be given historical status.
Right again.
What's the assignment about?
The Friends of the Ladies are staging a rally in front of the houses tomorrow. The owner has announced to the media that he and his son will be there as well, quote-unquote, to crash the party.
And thus the need for security.
The owner was threatened by phone at his home today. The caller said if he shows his face, he might be sorry.
Interesting.
I'll be heading up the security team myself, and we'll be briefing at 0600.
Sir. Thanks for asking me, Sarge.
You're welcome, Bailey.
Yes.
The owner of the property is named Dusty McCready, and boy, oh boy, does he cut a swath through Calgary. Stand back. McCready was born on a ranch outside of the city. When he was a boy, his pa struck oil on the North 40, but lost it all to bad business decisions. Years later, McCready himself went to work in the oil patch and traveled the world. Upon his return, he went to university in the East, where he earned degrees in political science and economics and starred on the football team. After graduating, he parlayed his savings from the oil patch into the real estate industry and parceled the family ranch into high-priced acreages. In 10 years, he was rich, and today he's one of the biggest land developers in the area. He has money in the Calgary Flames, a golf course, and a casino named after him, and is a popular fixture around the Stampede. He is, in the eyes of many, the quintessential Calgarian, a real man's man. And to others, lest we mince words, he's a jolly capitalist brute. The Friends of the Painted Ladies are about 20 strong, and the onlookers number about 100. The patrol cars sit nearby, along with a news team and an EMS. The wily McCready has not shown up yet. I'm mingling with the throng. The sergeant said I could wear whatever I wanted to, as long as I wasn't encumbered.
Do you read me, Bailey?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Check along that row of Caraganas behind you. I thought I saw some movement there.
Copy that, sir.
I'm wearing an old tracksuit and running shoes, you know, in case I have to chase somebody.
All clear, sir.
Okay, here he comes. Close in on the driveway. Keep your eyes on the crowd.
Always the showman, McCready arrives in a Cadillac convertible with a set of Texas Longhorns on the hood. His driver wears black and is clearly a bodyguard. McCready sits in the back with a handsome young man of about 20. This, I assume, is his son Robbie, who I don't know much about. McCready, who has been divorced for years, is seen regularly with beautiful young women who come and go like breeze.
Good afternoon. Hi there. How's it going?
He wears a casual two-piece suit with subtle western trim. His son wears blue jeans, T-shirt, and his hair is in a ponytail. They make an odd-looking couple for family.
Mr. McCready!
I shift my focus to the crowd.
C Channel News. You made it, sir.
You doubted me? Hi, how's it going?
Sir, the Friends of the Painted Ladies are lobbying the city to declare this an historic site, and it seems...
So take a picture of the damn thing. Fill a room full of pictures. I encourage you.
To quote one of the protesters, Dusty, these buildings are living, breathing testaments to our glorious past and should...
They were whorehouses.
Does that deny them their place in our history?
These protesters are a bunch of radical lunatics. They don't represent the common voice in this neck of the woods. Get off my property!
I notice a woman with a Super 8 video camera panning the action. Not a news person, and she seems to have focused on me. I get a signal from Sergeant Mann to roam the perimeter. I take a step backwards.
Ouch! Oops!
And I land on a sandaled foot. I look up. It's a man in a ponytail. I catch a whiff of marijuana, no mistaking it.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Robbie McCready?
Do I know you?
And at that moment, I see a man with a hand on his jacket edging toward Dusty. I move to cut him off. The man produces a pack of cigarettes. I glance back around. Robbie McCready is gone. A blue van sits against the curb with its side door open. I see two men in ski masks and a tangle of arms and legs, the flash of a ponytail. The door begins to close and the van begins to move. I run toward it. A hand reaches out and grabs at the air. I grab the wrist of the hand. I'm running beside the van. I slap my handcuffs around the wrist. I slap the other end around my own wrist. The door opens wider, and I'm dragged inside of the van. I hear a thud.
Are you okay?
My head is pounding. I open my eyes. It's completely dark. I can barely breathe.
They put hoods over our heads.
McCready?
Be quiet back there. They know you're a cop that found your badge and gun. Shut them up.
Be quiet back there.
Okay, deep breaths. Take stock of the situation. Robbie McCready's been abducted and I've come attached. We're lying on our backs side by side in a standard van. My arms are strapped to my body at the elbows. There are at least 3 abductors, the 2 I've seen and a driver. One of them wears perfume.
Where's all the traffic coming from suddenly?
That's her. She's driving. They all have unease in their voices. You can feel their unease. I guess I've put a little wrinkle in their plans.
Turn up here, then.
Left or right?
Don't say left or right. Don't say numbers, and don't say the names of streets. Jeez.
He's the boss.
This way or that way?
That way.
I'll call him Red. The woman doesn't seem to know where she's going. I'll call her Green.
This is depressing.
I'll call him Blue.
When we get to the switch, I'll do the talking. In the meantime, we all button up. We'll figure out what to do with the cop when we get to the...
Say it.
Place.
Where are you taking us?
Shut up.
Should I give her another smack?
Don't get carried away.
A softer underbelly? A potential ally? I'll concentrate on the drive. We're not on a freeway, not Deerfoot, not Crowchild, but we are going fairly fast. Blackfoot? Maybe 17th Avenue East?
Hey, Robbie, do you know where we are by any chance? I don't have a clue. We're all going to get out now. We're going to take about 3 steps and go in through another door of the same size. No talking, no struggle. You both got that? I got it.
Permission to say something without getting smacked.
What?
Kidnapping is a serious crime. You could spend up to 15 years...
Shut up! Let's do it.
So much for the fear tactic.
Grab their feet and drag them out. Get him inside. Hurry.
You have to do everything I say, Robbie. I have to have complete control. Do you promise me?
Sure.
Do you have any idea who these people are?
Not a clue.
The key to my cast is in
Let's move it.
We've been on the road in the second van for about 20 minutes. Nobody's said anything.
We gotta get a hacksaw somewhere.
This is not what I had in mind.
So the stakes have been raised. Big deal. It'll make us feel that much better about it. Isn't that right, McCready?
My dad will have you bullwhipped.
Keep them talking. That's what the manual says.
What are you people after?
If you don't keep your mouth shut, I'm gonna tape it shut.
And so why didn't he do that in the first place? They don't seem very prepared for this, and that's both good and bad.
We're gonna be bullwhipped.
I think we're getting close.
Yeah.
We're in some kind of warehouse, up one flight of stairs.
don't think the place has been open to the outside air very recently. Our feet echo in a larger, outer space, and we are now being taken into a smaller room off that space. We are sat on a metal bench of some kind and strapped to that bench by our legs. My wrist is rubbed raw from the cuffs, and I'm sweating like crazy inside of this bloody hood.
You can scream all you want to. You'll never be heard. I'll be back in a few minutes.
How are you doing, Robbie?
Everything happened so fast. It's all a bit of a blur right now.
Try to describe it to me.
I got grabbed around the mouth from behind, felt a gun in my back, and somebody said, "Walk backwards." Next thing I knew, I was inside of a van, with a hood over my head. I reached my hand through the door. I felt something go around my wrist. Then, presto, a pretty woman was lying on top of me.
How could you tell I was pretty?
You exuded it.
I was at the rally to watch over your father. He was threatened. Were you aware of that?
Yeah.
Listen, Robbie, I doubt very much if we have a lot of time together, so we have to make the most of it. I expect they'll cut us apart, and I'll be driven away and dumped in a ditch somewhere.
And just when we were getting to know each other.
You don't seem very afraid.
Constable, I'm stoned. This all seems a bit far-fetched to me. How are you doing?
I'm suffocating under this hood.
Yeah, me too.
It smells like rice. Does your hood smell like rice?
How's it going in here? Planning your escape? Forget about it.
Will you take the hoods off us now?
Forget about it.
I'm getting dizzy. I have asthma. Do you want me to have an attack? I could die.
Cut a hole in it.
Hey?
Cut a little hole in the hood for her to breathe out of. Just rip it with your fingers.
Will it rip?
I'll do it. Jeez.
I can do it.
It's clear these two don't quite get along.
There.
Thanks.
Forget about it. I love saying that. Forget about it.
Where's the other guy gone to? He said he was going to make a phone call. Didn't he say that?
Patience, Robbo.
What are you going to do with me?
We're going to cut one of your fingers off and put it in a baggie.
I want to talk to you alone.
Sure, Petunia.
I've been kidnapped. People get killed sometimes when they're kidnapped. I think I might be getting worried.
Don't panic. You'll be fine.
You think so?
Well, I don't suppose your father is going to let anything awful happen to you.
I suppose not.
You don't sound optimistic.
My father doesn't like me. And believe me, nothing can compete with the love he has for his money. It's like a disease with him.
I think you're exaggerating.
Am I?
He's got to be pulling my leg. He's trying to frighten me for some reason. Or maybe he's just feeling really sorry for himself. Or maybe he's...
How do you get along with your father, Bailey?
Oh, not so good either, I guess.
Tell me more.
My mother disappeared when I was a teenager, and it drove a big wedge between us. When we get in the same room together, which is hardly ever anymore, it's as cold as a winter's day.
I hear you, Bailey. My whole life is a winter's day.
What's going on? Who's there? Was there someone in the room with us? Is there someone in the room with us now?
I'm an only son. I've had just about everything and anything I've ever wanted, you name it. Go on, name something.
The best of educations.
He got me into Harvard. I got booted out ages ago. He doesn't know it. My daddy's girlfriends? I've had my turn with every one of them. Bunch of gold-digging cheerleaders.
You're a spoiled, rotten rich kid.
I like you, Bailey. You shoot from the hip.
And now I smell perfume.
We've gotten through to your father, McCready.
And?
We told him the situation. $10 million in 24 hours or you're dead.
What did he say?
He laughed.
He laughed? That's it?
I'm afraid so, yeah.
Smile. This is your life.
We'll make it a close-up. We don't want to pan the environment, just the face. Not the cop. We'll leave the cop out of it. Just McCready's face.
Are you sure?
Yeah, no cop.
Why not?
Because it doesn't look right. It looks stupid. Stop the camera. Because it makes us look like idiots.
Then where is she?
What do you mean?
In real life, where's the cop? Did we throw her out of the van? Did she escape? She has a job. She has a family.
He has a point.
Maybe we killed her. We have that going for us. You know what I'm saying? Nobody knows. They don't know if we don't tell them.
We have that over them.
Exactly.
What if they say there's no deal until the cop goes free?
Not if she's dead. She won't go free.
We have to think this through.
We'll go for the close-up, and we'll think about the cop thing after. Roll the camera.
Wait.
What now?
What you going to say? What are we going to have the kidnapped person say? Shouldn't we write something out or something?
How did I get involved in this?
Don't look at me like that.
He's pleading for his life. It's simple. Look, you're pleading for your life. Got that, McCready? You're talking directly to your father, and you're pleading for your life.
What if I won't do it?
What do I need to do to convince you?
Just do what you're told to do, Robbie. We'll take this one step at a time.
Good advice. Roll the friggin' camera.
Robbie's plea to his father is short and sweet, and afterwards he becomes very quiet. Something's gone out of him. He's grown distant. I have to get inside his head again.
I've been thinking.
About what?
About my relationship with my dad, and how I think I just gotta confront him one of these days, you know, about the way we are together, about the past, about my mother.
Are you trying to give me advice, Bailey?
Yeah, I guess I am. I think you and your dad should sit down and have a big blowout.
To what end?
To save the relationship.
Is that what I want?
Isn't it?
I don't want to talk to you anymore. You're giving me a headache. And what kind of cop are you, anyway? I mean, shouldn't you be planning our escape or something?
You seem to like to talk.
I'm done with talking.
Have it your way.
No more talk.
Okay, be like that.
A good hour goes by. We sit in silence. I wait for the dam to break.
What does your father do for a living?
He's a colonel in the Air Force.
Did he boss you around when you were growing up? Did you ever feel like you were always under his thumb? Did you ever want to...
We come to entertain you.
We're on the news at 6 o'clock.
The story of the abduction of Robert
There's
McCready,
no going back now,
the 21-year-old son of Calgary business magnate Dusty McCready. This footage you are watching was
Look,
taken
Mom,
by
I'm
a
on TV.
bystander on a
Be
security
quiet.
camera at the rally in Inglewood this morning. In the background, you can see two men in ski masks forcing McCready into the side door of a van and putting a canvas-colored sack over his head. And now you can see a fourth person, a woman, running alongside of the van as it moves away from the curb. And now that woman, too, is pulled into the van as it disappears from our view. Sergeant Abel Mann of the Calgary Police Service, who was head of security at the rally, was asked about the strange occurrence. I can't say anything at all about that. The images on the video are still being analyzed.
Who was the woman who went after the van?
As soon as I can tell you, I will.
Sergeant, it's
Thank
been
you.
rumored. C Channel News, Calgary.
I've just been handed a note from our producer. We have another video.
Here it comes.
It's just arrived to the studio by taxi, apparently. Yes, it's been confirmed. The man on your screen...
You could have punched him up or something. He looks too unsullied.
You're getting obsessed.
Everyone, quiet.
I'm okay, Dad. I'm not hurt. I'm just really scared. Nobody's told me what's happening. I don't know where I am. I don't know what these people want. Please help me if you can.
I've got tears in my eyes.
These people mean business.
We mean business.
Stop waving that thing around. You're starting to give me the creeps.
Lighten up,
Dusty
Petunia, both
McCready,
of
the
you.
millionaire father of the abductee. These no-good sons of bitches don't know who they're dealing with.
And neither does he.
The city of Calgary has
Forget
decided
about
that
it.
Ramsey...
Don't call me Petunia. I hate that.
I'm just having some fun.
Have it on someone else.
I want to talk to you two alone. Come out here.
You're the superstar you've always wanted to be, McCready.
Out here.
What's the matter with you? You gotta...
Me?
Why did you do it, Bailey? Are you people trained to do stuff like that, or do you just watch a lot of Jackie Chan movies?
I just reacted. I saw your hand.
Describe it to me.
Your hand? It looked like a little butterfly trying to fly out through the door.
Yeah, that's me all right, little butterfly. Now, when my father was my age, he already worked on the rigs, he played college football, he broke wild horses. He even killed.
He killed?
He killed my mother.
Robbie?
He killed her spirit. He may as well have killed her. She's nothing but a drug addict now. I don't even know where she is for sure.
The more we talk, the more I find in common with you.
Oh, yeah?
When I was your age, and it wasn't that long ago, I had a chip on my shoulder the size of a... I mean, you couldn't tell me anything. I was a walking minefield of insecurity and defensiveness and loneliness. And all I wanted to do was lash out, cause pain.
Your own pain?
Probably.
No one there to love you?
I don't know. I wouldn't let anybody close enough to find out.
Hey, look. If we ever get out of this...
Kiss me.
Really?
I'm too much of a risk to them, Robbie. I'm afraid they might kill me. I really am.
Turn your face toward me. Nice lips.
Robbie, what color is the hood over my head?
It's a canvas color with basmati rice written on it in red. It's a fashion statement. Why?
What happened to your hood?
Eh?
I felt your lips.
They took it off.
When?
When I did that thing for the camera.
No, Robbie, that's not true. The truth is, you haven't had one on since the very beginning. Oh, come on, Robbie, put yourself in my place. Why would they bring 2 hoods for the job? Why didn't they tape our mouths shut? Why does this whole thing seem like a big game to everyone? Why? Because it is a big game, and you're the one who's calling the plays. Isn't that right, Robbo? Is the woman one of your gold-digging cheerleaders? Are the men 2 bums from your travels? 2 college chums? Is the person with the camera at the rally on your team, too? Seems awfully convenient. Talk to me, Robbie. I'm here for you.
There wasn't any phone call. My father wasn't threatened. He made that all up to get the attention. More police, more coverage.
We have to work together now.
They're not going to let me out of this.
We have to try.
I can't. Hey, do you hear me out there? Get your asses in here, kids.
What's going on?
Robbie?
The key to the cuffs is somewhere on her body. She's onto us, gang. Strip search her.
Gladly.
Well, just a minute. What are
Just do it.
It's in my left shoe.
Thank you, Bailey. You have dignity.
They rip off my shoe and find the key. Robbie goes free, and they attach the other end of the cuffs to the bench I'm tied onto.
Is it over now? Can we stop this nonsense and just go home now?
I'm getting sick of your constant whining.
Well, I'm getting sick of you.
What do you want us to do, Robbie?
Give me the gun, Preston.
I'm taking good care of it.
Give it to me.
Give it to him, man.
We have to kill the cop.
Don't make me take it from you.
She knows my name now.
Stop him! Oh, my God.
What happened? Is anybody hurt? Oh, will somebody please talk to me? Robbie, take my hood off. Damn it, do what I say.
We have to get out of here now.
What about the ransom?
This nonsense is over.
What do you want us to do now, Robbie? Just say what you want to do.
I want to shoot another video spot. Just like before. Only this time I want some blood. Go get some of Preston's and smear it all over my face.
Jeez, Robbie.
This is getting sick.
I want some blood on my face.
I can't take this anymore.
I'll go after her.
They won't be back. It's over for them. You must be hot in there, eh, Bailey? You must be damn hot inside of that thing.
Yes. He removes my hood. Light from a bare light bulb above me burns into my eyes. The rest of the space is dark. There are no windows and the ceiling is high.
God, you look like a drowned rat, Bailey.
I feel like one. Robbie stands over me. His face looks ghastly. My service revolver is under his belt. A man named Preston is lying nearby. The pool of blood around him is large and still spreading.
Why did you have to be a hero, Bailey?
Come and uncuff me. Do what I say. It isn't too late to sort this thing out. It's a prank that just went bad.
This is one of my father's warehouses. He owns the whole industrial block. He wants to build a strip mall here. My father wants to rule the universe.
What do you want?
I want to finish what I started.
There's a pile of bricks against the wall. Robbie goes to the pile and picks one up. He weighs it in his hand, then he drops it into the bottom of the canvas hood. What are you doing, Robbie?
I'm raising the stakes.
He finds a crate and moves it close to where the camcorder sits on the floor. He sits on the crate, twists the brick inside of the hood. What's this all about, Robbie? Is it about revenge? Revenge for your father's treatment of your mother?
You have no idea what my father is capable of, Bailey.
And you think you can hurt him by beating him at one of his own games? Is this just a pissing contest, Robbie? Well, I got news for you. No matter the outcome of this, nothing will be changed. He's still going to be your father, and you're still going to feel unloved.
Yeah, well, each to his own devices.
He takes the brick in both hands and begins to pound it into his face. When he's done, his face is a mess, bloody and swollen and streaked with tears. He picks up the camcorder.
These people mean business, Dad. If you love me, then help me. If I don't ever see you again, I just want you to know How much I really...
It's Dusty McCready. He has a bullwhip in his hand.
Looks like I'm late for the showdown, eh?
How did you find us, sir?
Well, the video they sent. I noticed something in the background. You amateurs. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm okay.
I brought my own news team. They're waiting down below. Can you walk on your own, son? Let's go.
I'm standing with Sergeant Mann beside the river where the kidnapper's first van still sits. We tracked it down by boat. It wasn't hard to find. There's a big sign directly across the river naming the construction site. It says, Riverside Condominiums, a McCready Development Project.
McCready wouldn't cooperate with us. He said he could handle things his own way.
I'm not surprised.
He's announced to the media he's entering politics. He says he's been humbled by the ordeal with his son and feels he has much to offer the community on the topic of family values. And at his own expense, he's going to have the 3 painted ladies dismantled in sections and moved to Heritage Park.
What's he going to do with the land?
He says he'd like to take it to the people to decide.
Brilliant.
That was a really crazy thing you did, Bailey. I'm dead serious now, Constable. That kind of spontaneity on the job is not celebrated.
Yes, sir. I know, sir.
That McCready kid needs to see a psychologist.
I don't think he's the only one, sir.
What do you mean?
I had another good look at the video, and I can find nothing which can be construed as a location giveaway. I can't prove it yet, but I believe McCready knew where his son was being held all along. I believe the bystander with the camera at the rally was working for McCready, and I believe Robbie was an unwilling pawn. I believe the kidnapping was all McCready's idea, designed to make him a hero. I'm going to give it some time, but then I'm going to work on Robbie. He needs to know I know of his misery. I dreamed about my mom last night. I dreamed she had butterflies in her hair. She has butterflies in her head, but that's another story.
You have just heard The Hood, this week's episode of Bailey's Way, created and written by Gordon Pengilly. Featured in the cast were Esther Purvis-Smith as Tanis, David Lorraine as Sergeant Mann, Kevin Krichowicz as Robbie McCready, Joe Norman Shaw as Red, Natasha Georgis as Green, Jack Aykroyd as Blue, Doug McLeod as Dusty McCready, Doug McKeag as the news anchor, and Aziza Sindhu as the newswoman. The series advisor is Sergeant Andrew Comer of the Calgary Police Service. The music was composed by Dade Hamilton and performed by Neil Bentley, Tom Moon, Keith Lowen, and the composer. Recording and sound effects were by Bob Doble. The program was produced and directed in Calgary by Martin Fishman. The executive producer of the Mystery Project is Bill Howell. Our coordinating producer is Barry Morgan. I'm Bob Boping, thanking you for listening and inviting your comments. See you next week. The case is called Exit Candy Forest, starring Esther Purvis-Smith.
You look kind of haggard, Ray.
That homicide I'm on is really stretching me out.
You want to run it by me?
I don't know. You always have a way of getting entangled.
I'm meeting Donaldson for a coffee up at Caruso's. It's the first time we've been together socially since the night he got shot. I'm trying to keep it light. So, what about this weather we're having lately, huh?
Okay, you win. Former beauty pageant queen, wannabe actress, is found strangled to death beneath the loading dock.
Of the Performing Arts Center?
Yeah, next to the 9th Avenue stage door.
Was Candy Forrest her real name?
Her purse is dumped out. Looks like she's been robbed.
Some people's parents, huh?
Autopsy reveals she's 2 months pregnant. Not married. No witnesses, no suspects.
Who found the body?
A dog. But not just any dog. What's playing at Theatre Calgary right now?
The Wizard of Oz.
Ding, ding, ding.
Toto.
Right. One of the stagehands took Toto out for a piss during practice, and the dog found the body.
Rehearsal.
Hey?
You call it rehearsal, not practice.
Oh, as if it matters.
What was the victim doing there?
Well, nobody knows. She lives alone. She hadn't left any messages anywhere.
Who knew she was pregnant?
Nobody.
Boyfriend, boyfriend?
Not that I can find.
Hello? Oh, hi, Sergeant Man. Go ahead. Say that again, sir? Are you sure they meant me, sir? Oh, I'll be right there.
What's up, Ace? Your face is white. Tennis?
There's an injured woman, a bag lady, down at the foothills, Ray. Paramedics brought her in off the street. They think she might be my mother.
I thought your mother was dead.
So did I. This is Constable Tanis Bailey, in the eye of a cyclone.
She almost got run over, Constable. Car sideswiped her, hit and run. She was very fortunate. The cab driver who saw it said she ran right out in front of the vehicle.
This woman has a picture of me?
That's what the investigating officer said. On the back, Tanis Bailey, age 10, 1984. You're sitting with this woman in a canoe on a lake somewhere. You said you both have flowers in your hair.
Lake McGregor. I have the same picture.
Do you remember telling me that your mother had died, Bailey?
Of course I do.
Look, you don't have to talk about
It
this.
was never made official. She'd run away many times before, but always turned up again. My father was stationed in Italy at the time. We were vacationing by the sea. She went off for a walk by herself and vanished into thin air.
Here's a room.
Oh, God. She's sleeping.
Is she your mother? Do you recognize her? Should I turn the lamp on? If you're doing this on purpose, Bailey...
Hello? Someone there? Turn on the bloody light. Someone in this room with me?
Oh, my God.
Who the hell are you?
I'm Tanis. I'm your daughter. Do you recognize me?
Tanis? You mean the girl in the picture, Tanis? Like hell you are. You're too old.
I think I'll leave you two alone.
Who's that?
That's my boss, Sergeant Mann. I'm a police officer. Thanks, Sergeant.
If you need me, you know where to find me. Take a couple of days off. And keep the squad car.
The daughter I know would never grow up to be a cop.
It's been a long time.
My little girl is a rascal.
Where have you been for 10 years? Where the hell have you been?
I don't understand the question.
Don't you remember that summer in Italy? Don't you remember the sea? Dad was stationed there, and we were...
I'm tired.
I'll let you sleep. I won't go far, I promise. You sleep.
My only daughter grows up to be a cop. She used to play guitar. She wanted to put together an all-girl rock band.
Home now, Mommy. I want details, Tom. Go.
Okay, well, when I get to the scene of the mishap, there's already a small crowd around them. She hasn't been moved. She's lying exactly where she'd been struck, about, 5 feet off the curb.
Off the curb where? Where are we talking?
Oh, near the corner of 9th Avenue and McLeod Trail, right near Theater Calgary.
Go on.
Well, she's conscious, but not focused. I check for the injury, then we move her into the unit. The investigating officer finds that picture in her coat, and he recognizes your name on the back, and that's about it. She was bumped pretty hard, but she's obviously resilient.
Did she say anything?
As a matter of fact, she did. She said she saw a spaceman. She said the spaceman was chasing her.
A spaceman?
I'm pretty sure that's what she said.
Anything else?
Well, she kept smacking herself in the head.
What are you talking about?
With the heel of her hand in the middle of her forehead. You know, as if she was trying to jar something loose. She was going whack, whack.
I don't find that very funny. They're going to keep her overnight for observation.
What a mind blower.
Yeah.
So what happens next? What are you going to do?
I'm going to take her home with me. She's my mother. What'd you think I'd do, have her bronzed?
You're surprisingly calm about this, Ace. I mean, you don't sound very emotional or anything.
How's your homicide going?
I'm going to see the landlady of the apartment building where Candy Forrest lived. She said the victim had a regular visitor, a woman with big red hair.
Sounds like a lead.
Maybe.
I have to go now, Ray. They're bringing up some supper. I want to be there when she wakes up.
Sure. Hey, look, if there's anything I can do...
Thanks. Yeah, I'll be in touch. Emotional? I feel like a bloody volcano. hungry. That's good.
I'm starving.
The chicken looks good.
It's good.
Do you know why you're here, Mom? Do you remember getting bumped by a car?
Bumped? The bloody bastard ran over me.
The doctor said you're going to be fine.
Bumped.
Where have you been, Mom?
What do you mean?
You vanished 10 years ago without a bloody trace. I thought you were dead.
Take the tray. Just before that bloody car mowed me down, I was being chased by someone.
By who, Mom?
There's a dumpster back there. I was looking in it.
What dumpster? Where at?
Does that embarrass you? Don't let it. People throw away perfectly useful items. Only part of the world lives out in the open. You know that. You're a cop. You see the other world, the secret one. You've always seen it, even when you were small. You have the same eyes, I'll grant you that. A cop. Sort of fell into your papa's footsteps, huh? Oh, well, at least you don't go around beating up on third world nations. You do good work, I know that. Now, paramedics, they do good work.
Tom, yeah, the paramedic. He came and helped you after that bastard ran over you.
You heard about that, huh?
Yeah, he said that you told him you were being chased.
No doubt about it.
Who was it?
People kept thrown into cellars for saying things like this. In medieval times, they threw you in boiling oil.
Was he a spaceman?
I expect so.
Why was he chasing you?
I've already forgotten that part. Generally, I can only hold on to a few things at a time before they start to dwindle. Oh, I think it must have been serious, though.
And then you ran down the sidewalk and into the street?
How? I still remember that.
I'm going to let you rest now, Mom.
You're a good girl.
We'll get you out of here soon, I promise.
Hey, what are you doing in there? Can't you see the yellow tape? This whole area...
Hi, Donaldson.
Tanis? Are you crazy?
Yeah, probably.
What the hell are you doing?
I don't know. Looking around. What night did Candy Forrest get strangled?
Tuesday.
That's what I thought.
Why?
Same night as my mother was hit by that car. Right down the street from here.
They find the guy yet?
No. The only witness was a cab driver. He said the car was silver and that's all he knows. Anyway, my mom says someone chased her away from a dumpster.
Did she say who?
You want to go for a beer, Donaldson? I could really use a beer.
So this is where all the actors and artists hang out, eh?
I guess so.
Artsy-fartsy.
Have you ever been to a play?
I saw Oklahoma when I was about 10. Have you?
I went to a few plays in Europe when we were living there. Mom liked the theater, art galleries, music, all the freaky stuff. God, Ray, I'll live to be 100 before I understand how my parents ever got together.
So where's she been for the last decade?
She either doesn't know or she won't say. I can't tell which. Memory seems obstructed at times.
Who chased her away from the dumpster?
I'm still working on that. It's possible she made it up or just imagined it. I'll let you talk to her as soon as she gets some more strength back.
You'll let me?
You know what I mean.
I'm dealing with a murder here, eh?
And I'll do nothing to stand in your way. I've been asking about her, and you know what? None of the regular street people around here have ever even seen her before. It's like she dropped in from nowhere, just materialized. And another thing, Ray. Her hands.
What about them?
They're smooth. They're smooth and clean. There's not even any dirt under her fingernails.
Maybe she wears gloves.
I don't think so.
So what are you getting at, then?
I don't know.
Let it all out.
Go shut up. I'm fine. I'm fine. There, I'm done. What did the landlady say about the victim? Who's the red-headed one?
I don't need to talk about that right now.
I gotta get back to the hospital.
I'm here for you, Ace.
I get some sleep. You look haggard. As I near my mother's room, a man who I've never seen before, not a doctor, not an orderly, comes out and walks past me to the elevator. My mother's is a private room. I hurry in to see her. Mom? She seems to be sleeping peacefully. I run down the stairs to the lobby and I beat the elevator by a few seconds.
The man comes out and exits the building. I follow him into the parking lot. He moves toward a car and slides his key into the lock. I put the grab on him.
Who are you?
Ow!
What's your name?
Smithers. Ouch! Art Smithers.
What were you doing in my mother's
Hey, you're breaking
room?
my arm.
Talk!
I'm the guy who ran her over.
7825, code 6.
I'd been in a fight in the bar up the street. I wasn't thinking that clearly.
Who were you fighting with?
The man I found sleeping with my wife. It's been a tough month.
Just tell me what happened.
Well, she came out of nowhere. I swerved. I heard a little thump.
That thump was my mother.
I didn't sleep all night. I went up there to see how she was doing. And I know you won't believe this, but I was on my way to turn myself in when you jumped me.
What do you do for a living, Mr. Smithers?
I sell aluminum foil.
What do you mean, retail?
No, door to door, wholesale. It's a brand new product. It stretches like cellophane.
What's the company called?
Truesdale. The stuff is called Silver Stretch. It's going places.
So are you. 1041, I take Smithers downtown, and then I look up Truesdale. They have a warehouse in the deep southeast of Calgary. I go to check on Smithers, ask the usual questions. Is he a jerk? Is he crazy? Has anybody ever wanted to rip his eyeballs out except me? You know. And according to his boss, he seems to be a pretty ordinary guy with a few ordinary domestic problems. His marriage, his drinking problem, his temper. And on the way back to my car, I see 3 of their salesmen having a smoke in the parking lot. They all wear silver 3-piece suits. What do you mean she can't go home yet?
We'd like to do some more tests, officer.
You said she was fine.
Please, officer.
What kind of tests?
We've taken her down to the psychiatric unit where she will undergo a few simple tests.
What do you mean, undergo?
Maybe we should go sit in my office. Would you like to go have a coffee?
No, I want to see my mother.
Well, that's just it, officer. We would like you not to see her right now.
What the hell does that mean?
This kind of assessment is perfectly routine. We would really like to have your cooperation.
My mother's not insane. She's just confused. Okay, she has a few screws loose. But why does that mean I can't see her? I want to take her home. She belongs with me there. I'm her daughter, for Pete's sake.
There you are. So good to see you, sweetie. Come here.
Hi, Dad.
How does she seem to you, Tanis?
Perplexed. A bit apprehensive, maybe. Sort of the same, actually. Still pretty weird. Still beautiful.
You must have been shocked.
To put it mildly.
Well, I'm glad she wasn't killed.
You're glad she wasn't killed? Gee whizzikers, Dad. That's very magnanimous of you.
Did I say something wrong?
Never mind.
I'm glad she wasn't killed.
Good. You can tell her that yourself. How are you feeling about seeing her anyway?
I don't know.
What are your feelings, Dad?
I don't know. They're all mixed up.
I understand. I guess.
How long does she have to spend with those damn mental doctors? They never did her any good in the past. I don't see how they can do her any good now.
So how's the Air Force doing?
We need more money. Technology is falling behind. The Americans still laugh at us. I'm going to retire.
Mom will be glad to hear that. You think?
Drop me at a hotel somewhere, Tanis. I have to build up some courage for this.
Can I talk to you for a moment, sir?
Sure, Bailey. Come in and shut the door. Have a seat.
Thanks.
So, how's everything going?
It's hard to put into words, sir. My father just arrived from Ottawa. My mom's getting her brain tested, and I'm sort of flapping in the wind.
How can I help you?
Sir, after my mom gets out of the hospital, and after she comes home with me, and after she and my dad come to whatever terms they eventually have to come to, well, sir, then I think it might be befitting of me to make a big change. I'm thinking of leaving the service, sir.
You want me to sit here and talk you out of it?
Do I seem like I do?
You're a damn good cop.
But I never quite feel like a cop, sir. Is that important?
What's a cop supposed to feel like?
What do you feel like?
Well, I feel like a middle-aged guy named Able Man, who used to be a kid named Able Man, who is sometimes happy, sometimes sad, and sometimes just confused. I just feel like me.
Oh.
You wanted something more profound?
Beats me what I want.
Sir, when your parents named you Abel, do you think there were...
Get out of here.
Thank you, sir. And I'm suddenly overwhelmed with the sheer, dumb weight of things on my feeble mind. My mother is a borderline schizophrenic who tempted me down the garden path of my own profusion. The connection between her and Candy Forest and the man who ran over my mother is all in my head and will stay there. Hello? Oh, hi, Ray. What's up? I was just heading back to the hospital. My dad's in town now. Sure, I've got a few minutes. Same place?
How's your dad?
We haven't come to blows yet.
How's your mom?
She's getting her head measured for a new hat. They don't want me around for a while. I think they think I'm a complication.
You are a complication.
Why did you call me, Donaldson?
I called to ask you out on a date.
You're kidding.
Do I look like I'm kidding?
You always look the same to me. Distracted, haggard, half full of shit. You're serious, aren't you?
Is that a yes?
Your timing is really...
Bad, aren't you? Oh, okay, no problem. I just thought we could both use a night out and away from...
What did you have in mind?
Really? I don't know. Any ideas?
Let's go to the Wizard of Oz. Let's watch Dorothy kick the crap out of that witch.
I'll get the tickets.
But we're not going to end up in bed together, right? We're just going to have a few laughs together, maybe have some dinner. Right?
We won't even touch.
Okay. Good. So how's that murder thing going?
Oh, yeah. Forensic found something weird. They found some fibers of titanium in Candy Forest's hair.
Titanium? Rocket ships are made of titanium.
Tennis rackets, fly rods, hip waders, golf clubs.
She was clobbered with a golf club?
No, she was strangled. That's conclusive.
So what's so groovy about titanium, then?
You know, it's used to make things bend and stretch.
Oh, yeah? Hello? Yeah, this is she. Is there something wrong with her? Oh, okay, I'll be right there, thanks. My mother is asking for me.
Take me with you.
No, I'll meet you here later. And wear something nice for a change. I mean, like we're going to the theater, eh?
That goof won't stop yapping over there. Knock it off for a minute.
Gee, what have the doctors been doing?
We talked. We looked at some stupid pictures. We talked again. Talk, talk, talk. Yap, yap, yap. Shut up over there.
Did they say anything about letting you come home with me yet?
You're a policewoman, right?
Through and through.
You should be out there trying to find that genius who ran over me.
I did, Mom. I found him.
What does he have to say for himself?
He said he didn't do it on purpose.
Bloody liar.
Mom, think hard. Was the man who ran you over the same man who chased you away from the dumpster?
Was the man you caught a spaceman?
He was driving a silver car. Mom? Hello?
My little girl is a rascal. She has two little devils for eyes. She's smart as a whip and as tricky as twinkling stars. She's the apple of my eye. She likes to watch me smoke pot. We lay on the floor together and listen to Grand Funk Railroad. That's her favorite band. I'm getting closer to my home.
Why did you leave me, Mom?
It's dark.
Did I do something to disappoint you?
I can smell apple. Apple has vitamin C. An apple a day keeps the doctor away.
I convinced myself you were dead.
But it's dark. I know the apple is in there, though, because I can smell it.
I had to.
I reach into the dark. I move my hand around, and that's when I hear voices. Two voices. A man and a woman.
Keep going. Two voices.
I see them under the light.
Are you hiding by the dumpster, Mom?
The woman is crying in the arms of the spaceman. He tells her to stop. He puts his hands around her throat.
Is that the man who chased you? Did you see his face? Do you think you could recognize him again?
It's time for another little chat, Mrs. Bailey. Why don't
Leave us alone.
Miss Bailey.
Just give us 2 more minutes.
No, listen. You have the rest of your life.
Please.
2 more minutes.
Doctors, eh? Oh, man. People in authority always make me...
You're a feisty young lady.
I've been called a whole lot worse.
Who did you say you were?
Yeah, hello? Oh, Sergeant Mann. You don't say, huh? Oh, I'll be damned. Art Smithers didn't show up in court today. His car is gone, his bags are packed. He's on the lam. Did Smithers kill Candy Forrest? Were they secret lovers?
I can't go through with this, Tanis. I can't see her right now. I'm afraid to.
I don't know how to help you, Dad.
You can listen to me, honey. I have something very important to tell you. You're going to hate me for it, but I have to get it off my chest.
Hurry and say it.
Let me hold your hand.
No.
That summer in Italy, your mother didn't walk off the face of the earth without a reason. We'd been fighting for weeks. It had come to a point of no return. I couldn't cope with her anymore.
You threw her out of the house. You threw my mother out into the street.
Yes, I did.
I think part of me always knew that, Dad.
Tanis.
Good seats, eh?
Yeah.
They cost enough, they should be.
Jerk.
I didn't bring my glasses. Who's playing Dorothy?
Esther P. Smith.
Never heard of her. Who's playing the witch?
Which one?
There's more than one?
Haven't you ever seen this before? There's 3 of them. The one from the east, the one from the west, and the good one.
It's been a while.
John Patricia is playing the Wicked Witch of the East, and he's also playing the Tin Man. The Wicked Witch of the West is being played by...
A man is playing the witch from the east?
He only has to lie there.
Hey, do I look all right? I bought the shirt this afternoon. You look great, by the way.
Hey.
What?
Back of the program, special thanks goes out to Truesdale Industries. Ray, those are the guys who Smithers worked for.
Yeah?
Aluminum foil.
The lights are going down.
I wonder what this production has to do with aluminum foil. Silver Stretch. The production was great. The actress who played Dorothy was stupendous. The Wicked Witch of the East had big red hair, and Toto was well behaved. It was Candy Forrest's funeral today. It was held at the gravesite. Hardly anyone came. I'm staring down at the coffin, and I'm all alone now except for one other person, a woman with big red hair. She stands uncertainly on her high heels. The smell of whiskey surrounds her. Her eyes are wet, mascara running.
Did you know her well?
Not really. Did you?
She was a fragile little thing. Tiny bones, tiny feet, tiny ankles, tiny hands, tiny wrists.
Tiny neck. When I reach up and pull his hair off, the actor completely breaks. Patricia, JP to his colleagues, is one of Calgary's busiest thespians, known best for his cross-dressing comedy act. His relationship with Candy Forrest has surprised everyone. When she told him she was pregnant, the man flipped his wig, so to speak. His longtime lover played the straw man. Go figure. You wanted to see me, sir?
Yeah, come in. Close the door. Have a seat.
Thank you, sir.
Good work on the Candy Forrest case, Constable. I had no idea you were even assisting the detective.
Well, it wasn't actually official, sir.
I realize that.
I stumbled onto something, sir, that's all.
Uh-huh. How's your mother doing?
I'm taking her home tomorrow. We're both really excited about it. We have a lot of catching up to do. Oh, yeah, and thanks for the few days off, sir. It'll really help with the adjustment.
Do I take that to mean you'll be coming back?
I'll be back, sir. Is that okay with you?
I'll do the mental preparation. Get out of here.
Yes, sir. Adjustment? To put it mildly. My mother's as weird as a $3 bill. She doesn't even know who I am half the time. Or who she is, for that matter. I'll be spending my spare time trying to figure out where she's been for 10 years. Things are going to be interesting. This is the canoe in the picture of my mother and me on Lake McGregor, when we both had flowers in our hair.
You have just heard Exit Candy Forrest, the final episode of Bailey's Way, created and written by Gordon Pengilly. Featured in the cast were Esther Purvis Smith as Tanis, Grant Linneberg as Ray Donaldson, David Lorraine as Sergeant Mann, Donna Belleville as Mrs. Bailey, Russell Moore as Art Smithers, Paul Coeur as Tom, Lindsay Burns as the Doctor, Mark Bellamy as John Patricia, and John Wright as Colonel Bailey. The series advisor is Sergeant Andrew Comer of the Calgary Police Service. The music was composed by Dave Hamilton and performed by Neil Bentley, Tom Moon, Bob Foster, and the composer. Recording and sound effects were by Bob Doble. The program was produced and directed in Calgary by Martin Fishman. The executive producer of the Mystery Project is Bill Howell. Our coordinating producer is Barry Morgan. I'm Bob Boving, thanking you for listening and inviting your comments. See you next week.